is transformation, rooted inland. The Volta Economic Corridor is Ghana's future, powered by purpose, anchored in community, and built for generations to come.
As you know, VIDA has been involved in multi-sectorial, multi-ministerial projects in the past. In 2006, we did the MCC1 with Millennium Challenge, and in 2016, we did MCC2 with Millennium Challenge, which was an energy compact. The MCC1 was an agro-ecological compact, and that was exactly what we will be doing with the 24-hour economy. We'll be identifying large-scale enclaves where we will work with the likes of JIDA, Ministry of Food and Agriculture, Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Finance, and Ministry of Roads, Transport and Local Government to see how we can open up large enclaves, 50,000 acres, maybe about 6 to 10 of them within the next 4 years. And that is the strategy under which VIDA will be implementing as an accountable entity and a single point of contact for the implementation of these projects.
You know, before His Excellency the President came to power, the previous government was doing re-centralization. So there is a major change in policy to do decentralization. So the President has not only directed for the re-centralized agencies to be decentralized, he has given the power, the economic resource to be able to embark upon this decentralization. And that's where the President directed that not less than 80% of the District Assembly Common Fund should be given to the 261 metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies.
The big push is to use state procurement and intervention to, for instance, create connectivity between the national capital and all regional capitals. And this has been captured in a number of projects it is earmarked for this ministry to undertake.
So here at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, there are overarching principles that guide our work. We have ensured that our systems are being recalibrated. We are formulating new policies, ensuring that the 24-hour economy policy has relevance, has meaning, and it is being rolled out in a way that benefits the Ghanaian people.
And the President has also directed we should decentralize the property rate collections of the MMDs. We are not centralizing that. So based on that, the assemblies, apart from the 25 million Ghana cedis that the President is giving to the MMDs, the property rate collections are all going to support the local economic development of the assemblies. If you want to do farming, you do it with your local agri director. But there are districts that do not have land for the 24-hour economy market. So those districts that do not have land to the 24-hour economy market, you look at the comparative advantage of your local situation, right to the minister responsible, which is myself, who vet it with the secretariat and give you the go-ahead.
We are just 2 weeks away from launching a major boost to the improvement of all the major road networks in our country, the completion of the Eastern Corridor, the Western Corridor, WA to Bolga, and a number of them from Timpoku all the way through Ho to Aflao, and also to utilize the Volta Lake itself as a means of transportation to harmonize how we produce and distribute goods and others. So it's a very important enclave that can spur growth in our country like never before, because currently that whole area is just a potential sitting there, improve the economy of this country.
We have ensured that our systems are being recalibrated. We are formulating new policies, ensuring that the 24-hour economy policy has relevance, has meaning, and it is being rolled out in a way that benefits the Ghanaian people. We're seeking to ramp up FDI and to make sure that at the end of the day, the President's objectives under the 24-hour economic policy are achieved.
We are inviting all stakeholders, large farmers, construction workers, financiers, investors, to come and support these projects, as the main aim here is for us to be food self-sufficient. with the agriculture, ecological parks.
24-hour economy is here. My brothers and sisters, let's embrace it. That is the vision that His Excellency the President has brought to us. It is not an abstract thing. It is something that is concrete. It's going to be observable, visible, and something that you can lay your hands on. It is something that is doable, something that is achievable. By 2 years' time, we must have something visible and observable for Ghanaians to lay their hands and say that, yes, this is what the President was speaking about. We have it here.
The 24-hour economy is here to stay. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is happy to be rolling out the 24-hour economy here, not only with visa and passport administration, but with the vigorous pursuit of our economic diplomacy. We are making sure we raise FDI and we are a favorable country for investors. As President Mahama said, Ghana is open for business again, and we invite all of you to come to Ghana, come to the gateway to Africa, come to the country where you really enjoy the Black Star experience. And the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is happy to facilitate that experience for you.
The 24-hour economy is a game changer in this ministry. Under the 24-hour economy, the President directs that all those projects that will be captioned 24-hour led projects should be done in 2 years. The only way we can do that is to make sure that we work day and night. And in that process, we are going to be able to work with more skilled and unskilled labor. This is a game changer. This is something that we've never seen before. So you will see the delivery of a much more infrastructure within the shortest possible time, simply because of the 24-hour economy policy that the President is rolling out across all sectors, including the Ministry of Roads and Highways.
Live on TV as well as and also on Power 97.9 FM. The hottest and the biggest conversation in Ghana inside politics near the Free and City Hall 37 Abebese Street, the heart of Accra, also in all the 16 regions across the country, north, south, east, and west. This is your number one political talk show in Ghana inside politics. Facebook Live, Power 979 TV was SYZ Ghana. Samsung on YouTube, SYZ Broadcasting. Mugabe Maase enemy day. Tamale ya demo Kazim 107.1 FM, Bole and Kiligi FM in the Savannah region, Sanso and a WFM Ewa Upper West Regional Capital Yedu Bokwa in the Upper East Regional Source 100.1 FM, Zaps FM Ewa Zebila and a Pusiga Wingpang Sampa Wende FM. If you are near Kobono region, tiny tipo 9 FM on Sokon and Shema FM so Ewa and Crown Quanta for Regional Capital Gosu and Ananum 92.5 FM station with ambitions. Sanso Neduno FM so ewo Sankore. I don't sound so Cape Coast Kotokraba Market Central Regional Capital. So and a Rich FM so ewo Asimfusu Yina Fifi Mantamo. Vuta Regional Capital Hoye Global 105.1 FM. Sanso T region stations Miensa Buem FM ewo Jiasekan. Sanso and New Asset 9.7 FM ewo Ketikrach na KFM ewo Passa. Yefu anafe Yafa Yenchire Takrade Western Regional Capital TD on a sharp 106.9 FM and Unianma. What is Zama Elembele? Honorable Kofi Buakrum, West End 100.3 FM. Station doing in our AFA age median B. Seminar Ediakugu and website www.mysyzonline.com. United Kingdom, San Unianma, what London and Patamunina FITA, Fire Life Radio and a GFM Radio. America Memo, Virginia, Apple 68 FM. Kwakwisket in the Timono. Suspended Chief Justice ya minim de akawo Supreme Court wa ope sabre or the nisam akwa dan eye ECOWAS court. Isasanese John Dramani Mahama nei bambofu a omo bewe na wo motumi aboa se de be ya gudie ye wo ya sase so nipa bonfu obi ya omodi omaye omadwene say illegal mining na ya galamsey no mu beyi task force no wapo mo ntoma ya sabire die wada omadi ekire say omo ba ba ye adwuma e de abo wo man say de ye be ya gudi awodo a nipa bonfo bi ebetu de kwa mama awodo so na omoton e wo kwan a eni say omo eton no ni nyina gold board no betimi afa ne toma per friend no anayi watumi apasa emranto ane mabawa no wada omadi e de ache oman say hey whistleblower bia no say ne wa wo beka say esemesi wo ye we o de ba 10% and ye de be ma wo and also nsem etesen president o ma mura say kwa de mi hu bi da president o ma memo ye attractive say mi hu bi da Mr. President catch OSP say o for se kan to kan ofori atete so mekwa kofa na ba anges ne de ne baba ama for America o mo pese mo de mo for bi meto say kan ofori atade obehu no awa America ye de ne ba na United Kingdom say ne de be ma no na o twi no o mo de ne baba Sembebre MPP amanyokuo jase kodua wakopiem ne sema de tun se o mo betwe o mo afri Abekumanov ye police stations makoma edunkron 19 ya oso mokoto aba no enya ade a o mo beto Mami so onu so gina mo dia ma MPP amanyoku ewo Abekumanov no onu so akopiem ewo high court we nyina ensem a ye de ebrawo ene awia yi na ene opanyia ene no bedi nkomo ewo dwumadie sui waye adwuma ewo Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, High Commissioner of the Republic of Ghana to Commonwealth Australia, Minister, Acting Head of Mission, Embassy of Ghana to the Republic of South Korea, Chief of Protocol, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Deputy Chief of Protocol, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Minister, Councillor, Acting Head of Mission, Embassy of Ghana to the Republic of France, Minister Councillor, Ghana Embassy, Morovia, Liberia, Director Affairs Bureau, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Deputy Director, African and Regional Integration Bureau, Acting Director, Policy Planning, Research and Monitoring Bureau, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Deputy Director, Policy Planning, Research and Monitoring Bureau. And then who some of the adults na Consular, Acting Head of Mission, Embassy of Ghana to the Russian Federation, Assistant Director, Legal and Consular Bureau, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Papa ya meneno eba bedi enkomo ene awie ni din edi Dr. His Excellency Dr. Joseph Nisai Ago, immediate past High Commissioner of Ghana to the Commonwealth Australia. Ono na nei ya no eba bedi enkomo ni pakese papa tuhwa mama ya wodo a waya adwuma e wo so de aboa Ghana na chese oye obi a yebeka so oye career diplomat na ensam ho ensam de ebi wo ho papa timi ba betrase ageme bre Ghana nyina tedin sase makacho sa bonom yesa kosi no si a adikanfo ni nyina ha no mo hwe sase ensempa no heya na ni nyina ya den efri makacho grassroots for ne say munya botre 6 months mu ne eweyo mu ne mo kama koma tomo yam yenim bra mo bre yam to ayam pia wo yese mo kama koma tomo yam. In the next few weeks Ghana Police Service enlistment be koso ye be fa nipa, Ghana Armed Forces so be fa nipa, Fire Service e be fa nipa, Migration e be fa nipa, Prisons e be fa nipa. Mo ya se na mo certificate no mo ha se clean ho na mo fanto en mire ni ye some sumu benya security services no o qualified TMO qualified ones ye de wakwa akosho akọ training awie wo ye Ghana ni na wo so watumi anya bia de aboa wo nua e bia wo grassroots ni wadwuma wo koye ye no e bia eye wo ba ana qualifier fa wo ba no ko wonya bibie ogina so a obehefie mama maye ko gina social media ensi etuma fi wa abontre enti na mesa TikTok o wan yo social media ho mini ho Facebook wo mempe Yes, that is me. Who me ho? It is some of cover ho nyina no. Ma dwene kura ma so nya dan enko ho. Wo sande bra me a me hwe because wo sande ade ne bra me TikTok wa me ni ho. Wo sande bra me na Facebook wa me ni ho ebede ne ma bia hwe. Me hwe nya yie. Na kasa ne ya doso. Please and please. Amo kan e panifo ni tie. A humble advice na me de mamu. Yes. Let's support John Mahama. Just 6 months. Let's support him to succeed. He has started very well. Let's support him to succeed. And then that was why you to me I poem home to my name. Yes. So when you mra, I was here de and I buy no and a grassroots one hey. 4 years. Would you be dear beba this year? A be dear beba the following year. A be dear beba 3rd year. A be dear beba 4th year. Oh, be some candidate. It is just a matter of time. Let's pray for John Mahama. Say na me mana ho den nkwantenten, good health and long life. Oh, hear me no support. Very well. Alhaji Mustafa, deputy acting CEO Tamari Refinery Mechia also and Aminia Combat CEO Edemato acting Mechia Munina and Dr. Callistus, greetings. Honorable Julius Debra, my boss, greetings. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, greetings. Yemami Lodina, greetings. Yan Vice President Momi, Prof. Nana Jane, greetings. It is time for me to do the fireworks. And the crata, a damn man. At this Ibo fo inibi, epese wo bejense ase wo pram mpatem ho. No abeye Ibo Street. Ewo Ghana. Omukrom ho no. Sa eye ema na omayira ye besi na omu mafiu. Yesremu. Ebenifo mo mamani enna ho. Mo mamani enna ho. Ma tena ye mem ha e kasi obi aba beji asase tam ye be ye ho Ibo State. Yesremu. Yenu mo tena me abuma eye. My niema activities be intimi control. Please and please. The metete any the videos are made no. Any platforms I would also amount for views. All is not well. So I'm just drawing the authorities my attention to this. Me go deep, but me some video be wa.
Igbo has got a very rich culture that must be encouraged. He believes the past and present leaders from Igbo as a nation from the Nigerian state deserves more. The father of all projects on his mind is the establishment of the first Igbo town in Ghana and of course the first in the world.
If you look around the world, apart from in Virginia, they have Igbo village in Virginia. They created it by putting the antiquities of Ndibo there. You can come there, kind of archive of Ndibo. But I'm creating Igbo village, which has never happened in the history of the world among the Igbos in the world. As I'm talking to you, I've acquired 50 acres of land. That is 250 plus of land along the Flower Road. That is at Old Ningo area. But along that road, it's right on the road. I acquired 250 plus of land. My reason of acquiring this land is to build Igbo village in Ghana. I call it Amandi Igbo in Ghana. We'll build a village where we're going to build the palace of Igbo there, a huge palace. We'll build Igbo town hall there with about 2,000 capacity chairs and 100 rooms guest house. The essence of this guest house is most of the times our governors and our Igbo great leaders do come to Ghana. You know, they always go with their entourage. If they come to Ghana, their entourage will see where they will lodge for free of charge, maybe for a day or two. Most of their visits, it doesn't take more than 48 hours or 24 hours. They stay there free of charge and they know that yes, this is what they have benefited from the Igbos living in Ghana. again, our people that have accommodation problem and all that will come there at least for 2 or 3 days before they can get a out of the country, or those that come into the country in one way or the other will have accommodation of 100 rooms guest house. We will also, in the palace of the Ezigbo, we will also have apartment there for special guests like governors and ministers, and in future I know that we the Igbos will provide president in Nigeria, and I know that the president that will rule Nigeria at time to come must be an Igbo man, and one day by the special grace of God he also going to be part of those that are going to lodge at the guest house in Igbo village. In that Igbo village, my good brother, what I want to do there is we'll create streets there. We'll create streets that will represent the names of the ancient Igbos. We'll create the streets that will bear the name of Sambakwe Street. That's the ex-governor of Imo State. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president of Nigeria. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Nzogo. We'll create a street that will bear, of course, the name of my father also, Zemaladi Hemetu, and all the great Igbo leaders that they have gone.
Fakwa Nigeria. Yes, Remo. Liberia for Kromo ku say Bujumbura mo say wan no yetimi won control mo yesem for mo fa kwa Nigeria na mo ko sisi mo sa palace ne ho ahwan no ewo ho ye ne mo te Ghana ha no nyemu nyina na mo ho ye kroje mo ha system no ebi mo ye very good ye wo Yoruba ye wan ebufo nkwa na be ba betimi aka say ye ba beti ye ho ahwan wa ha mo ye nya very careful so o man mko mu kru mu ha ho na ho nyu no away from the international news. We international news. So yemrefi. Every year batia and run start you. Yes, Chief Justice, suspended Chief Justice ya. Ye nim de aka ewo Supreme Court to open. So we jani bibi hodi ya ye nim. Na mamia ye gusu a wasem nwemu koso ne adekwa nya nwie utuma pa America saa tiso wakọ high court the next day wakọ Supreme Court say unanimous decision no challenge decision no say wakọ for review judicial one afei enu asai na day yes that so yes maami no wadu ECOWAS court Nigeria ne ekodi maami we asema abuse of what human right ne dey utu kwanya na wo de oba no man pre dem no na wo face oba no won qualify utu kwanya na wo man pre dem no na oba no na wonim so qualify committee no kwa asem ache we da party nenu anu no onko tani baby din. It's no only sensible person in this country you no kwa na nyansa woni team obetu bi mu wo Supreme Court wo ebi mu ko 2008 ebi mu ko 2014 so sawo mo politics inti kufu ado ne politics muna di edu ba bi ayedru no what you say eno na di edu ba bi ayedru no as a country to me my judgment here unanimous. Sir, the law is the law. No whole national security minister Abeka say a threat to national security. Kotem biano say they be in favor of the government here. Not just say akoye one way a threat to national security. Nika ubi and I can afford the toll about 80 Kufuado and then about umia. You mu free wokra overwhelming. It's Ghana ha. To make sure say birth certificate here, a passport, a Ghana card no, birth certificate no, enye document ya obetimi e de akwa ye den akonya voters ID card. Yet Ghana ha. Omaya ye womu no. Omaya Ghana, omaya ye womu no. In the United Kingdom, 1 week time, akola na benya ne birth certificate. The birth certificate ni ba ya within 2 weeks na akola na ne passport ye den edu so. Uni birth certificate be na UK no wakoda wa won foforo no betimi anya eye passport e de ama no ezo ye Ghana ha kwa de yetimi dane mra no na che se ebe favor obi dia afan ene ete ho saa ba nyame adom ebe yeye court no too predictable ema the former chief justice so for Yakubu maame ba moten be kan asem court onim utimi tena se gabi motwete e kire baabi a verdict a be free court a the ruling na beba adenti na o se tena o mamu na ye di ho abrosa as a country Kwame Nkrumah Ghana 6th of March 1957 Ghana ni na obi aba within 6 months what turn things around and na won na mawutimi say bibia ene iron rods na 2024 December 2024 na iron rods 1 ton 9,600 Ghana and iron rods 7,700 Ghana cedis enra December 2024 na cement no 42.5 no na 125 Ghana cedis ene ya cement so ene de ya ekase ya cement 42.5 no aba bedru 105 Ghana cedis na Akufo-Addo time na 125 Ghana cedis ene ya teso ene ya den ya teso 32.5 no ebi ye 90 Ghana ebi ye 92 Ghana ebi ye 94 Ghana depending on the brand awope be bia ba form and you see dan iron rods aba form wo kwato cement aba form wo pa ban we na ban be na ope eti dede na wo moya ne de na ablekumanov no mo anwo so mo ko mo boluso omukwo wosi time e wo court na court mfa injunction to so na court nyewei ejase kodua ono so na obobo ni tirinko na ono so ka say ye nko ene ye nyewei na wana fam ho ablekumanov no wana fam ho ye je no ni yasa akwaje ba bia na skumi ewu no eye akwatia na saka ho mo ba ba ye minority a mo dodo okura no anwe a 85 okura munya ye chamo bosumi eduama buru na mo 169 eteba 137 from 137 they say 88 no 2 say ba be free mo saka ho bohumu smoothness level amamo we na Ghana for epe leadership ne papa ntina maka share grassroots ni say mo mpa ya majo mama afa ni asase ye ba yen fa posifo e wa adwumam yen fa sojafo emera na so afa ni ye be fa o qualify wo benya biako o ba benya biako wo na benya biako wo ha wo ne say Mugabe say wo ha wo ne say I to move say Excellency John Dramani Mama no fa memo papa e Ghana fo a me Mugabe ma risk me life na me nam Kumasi nam Tamale e nam Winiba e nam Takoradi na me ye campaign de Majo Mahama there be o me nim so obetimi aye enu ti ye mu bi no ye de kwato ho ye campaign mu oden wura Central region meme timi wura ho ne ye wura ho e kasa pie ye kwa 1 ko 2 ti ye kase papa na go diga nanim sesi Excellency John Drama wo ye ni papa wo akomapa ewo odo wotema e de Ghana for and wo san obi a wo ye otie wo ye listening president wo fie nyansa and her gold board. Look at gold board. That young man, lawyer Sami Jamfi. Within few months, Ghana, and then India vote to me to go to her. China vote to me to go to her. Look at the sector minister for lands and natural resources, my good brother Honorable Kofi Amabwa. Shejuma Waye, and then her task force Ayada Omadi. Dr. Siema, governor of the Bank of Ghana, never the finance minister, Dr. Judicial Atoforsen, Shejuma Omobo. A memo when you for memo bed, I hope him. Yet the one ever, but Umia by a day, Canada Japo by a day, Aduchuma by a day. Media dynamic can you say, Jomama by you, Nana Minimisa by a time say. Yes, Timunya Botelemano. Akuma emra from the grassroots. The biabe and the investor confidence and ultimately say, baby obi we bia no trust no ho. Flesh number form. See the need in a year. against the dollar. And then His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, what to me about no one day inaugurated a year gold board task force, no, and then anopay na Dr. Keselato Forcing Ekasai say we shall fee 2022. He good almost smuggle call ye any baby a drona is a sign abba into the course.
Revenue and foreign exchange.
Water.
This Nation Wrecking Act has gone on for far too long, and the consequences have been there, severe on the people of Ghana. For example, at the peak of our economic crisis in the year 2022, 60 tons of gold worth approximately $1.2 billion at the time left Ghana through illegal channels. This came at a time that Ghana's reserve position was less than $300 million. That was nearly half of what Ghana was seeking from the International Monetary Fund as bailout, in fact, for the purposes of resource and reserve accumulation. Your Excellency, it is estimated that about 600 tons of gold have been smuggled out of our country in the last 10 years. In fact, in the last 5 years alone, approximately $12 billion has left the shores of Ghana unaccounted for. Mr. President, imagine $12 billion translating into foreign exchange and supporting Ghana's reserve position. Certainly, our national currency will be stable. Or imagine the number of hospitals, schools, water, and roads that revenue from these smuggled gold resources would have used for. Mr. President, this is something we need to confront head on. It is time for us to be decisive and ruthless towards those who are sabotaging the economy of Ghana. The people of Ghana deserves better. Defeating gold smuggling and its syndicate will place our country firmly in our control from our gold resources and ensure that Ghana benefits fully from its gold. As a sector minister, I make a solemn pledge to support the Ghana Gold Board and to help them achieve their objectives as enshrined in the laws. Your Excellency, I'm happy to report that so far, half-year data highlights very impressive outcomes from the operations of Ghana Gold Board. Today, small-scale gold from small-scale mining has far exceeded that of large-scale gold mining. This can only get better with the inauguration of this task force, and I believe this is the time for us to chase the smugglers out of our country. Members of the task force, I urge you, as your sector minister, to go out there to work in the interests of the people of Ghana. Please help us. Let's chase the smugglers out of our country. Thank you.
Smugglers need to see chase woman. Yechu woman na. That's just what you say. Kufuado 8 years need to modi ewu papa. Mas smuggle gold ni na de kwa mama hodo so. Yes, good for oil. Near Tiana itimia yense papa bibi timi akoso. Now within few months na eni masesa. And the dollar ni jina 10.25 sa it mean 3 jina hosa continuously for 2 months. Na me dia na me se beye ye na me se beye ye intentem se yo. E bra adwene ne ntiase so. Ma me madam wa be se Mugabe we dia contentem dodo. Hwe His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abra on launch a gold board a year task force no. Or announce 10% cash or gold reward for whistleblowers whose information leads to successful recovery operations. President John Dramani Mahama say task force free omunyire omadwuma wata womachi na omo make sure say illegal mining activities ni nyina no omo betimi a stop ewo omema. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Every member of the task force will operate under strict oversight. All officers will wear body cameras in every operation they undertake. Vehicles used by the task force will be GPS tracked and monitored in real time during operations. A written warrant from the CEO is required before any field operation is undertaken. Now this is the sweetest one. Whistleblower channels are in place, and informants are eligible to receive 10% of the seized gold or cash value. So whistleblowers, get ready. If you blow the whistle on anybody and gold is retrieved or cash is retrieved, you get 10% of the value of both the gold and the cash. And so to the task force, let me be clear. Abuse of your authority will not be tolerated, and any officer found engaging in misconduct will face immediate sanctions.
You bet you will be pay. You bet you will be. Where your officer now, you are going to say, "Oh, could deep down high." You bet you. And just be you a pay. To what you more do? To what says see out to one now have be a smugglers no more, or more illegal mining activities, you know. And your old boy is and the 10% good, no so they are task woman. Hey, Joe Mahama. Me Medicare can say. OSPDA, they can was I where the FFFC, Naka Kenuforiata, Mudisikabiato so. Se Ghana for more American a year, Kenuforiato did do a restaurant too. Enti Sikase na OSP, a dear to say, who are betting me abwa Niansaka Kenuforiata biano. Sikase near the Bemoa, Kakenuforiata can watch an Abagana dadado. Because with DNC was your Obiano. Well, you move on of a young Koyan and him. Yet the nature a year 2024 Ablicomanoff, a year parliamentary, a year candidate, Edema MPP, a year Nanakia Wusu FEA, were petition Accra High Court, say Omofa injunction, and to a year about 2 hours, electoral commission say and sign on cotton for Frono. Polling stations Makomako edu enkrono omofa tabon entoso na party no so ye omo ene amanfo dinkita ho na press conference omo ye no yentie ne ekoso.
We are the new patriotic party. We are the new patriotic party. The elephant is we shall wait to save Ghana. The elephant is we shall wait to save Ghana. Collect and declare the winner of Ablicomanoff. And the Ghana police is supposed to provide peace. The court never said go and do a rerun. Court never said go and do a rerun. The court said go, collect and declare. In the new patriotic party, we are resorted to go back to the court. Because what the electoral commission is doing is contempt of court. It's illegal. It's unacceptable. Because a simple instruction has been given to you. Go, collect and declare. Not go and roll. What we are asking the electoral commission is to follow the court directive. To finish the coalition and declare our candidate Ekwefie as the MP that Ablicomanoff. So therefore, Madam Electoral Commission, Madam J. Mensa and the team, please follow the directive of the court, which is complete the coalition and declare the winner for Ablicomanoff. Electoral Commission, any party CIA, MPP, any NDC, go CIA. And Mama Saka said, I got 3 police stations. Yen Yaman is in for almost a Montiasia. Tintina Yankoya rerun. Electoral Commission said there be one plane at 3 police stations. After the day next year, 1st July, Electoral Commission, every parties, they said the NDC for can and then on Bakoya Juma. And no, na year MPP for your party, no, your near parliamentary candidates, your region, your national, your nasa, their court, their Electoral Commission can, yentie, and your final Juma. Say, Anama Electoral Commission to know, court no, and channel for contempt. Every say, Emra Electoral Commission say no, and that's Emrano, and no do so. And I toss with you. So I run a Electoral Commission person or you know, court is a champ through. Now, yeah, MPP there, no quarry any action. Now, you're no quarry from. Say Electoral Commission. So a twabano, so a twabano, ya mammy a curfew, and I do put him our Blocumano. Sabi, Muamunim de see a Blocumano for her. Ya twabaria ya and this who say Omadi Kuku. Babia ballot boxes ever. 2 a ballot box is no. No Mako treasure, I got to school him. Muamunyamusha TV. Electoral Commission Office, Emrantia SLP seat, our Electoral Commission Office. Our Electoral Commission Office. Nana, Sadia Recoso, now Electoral Commission. Nipana Odi Boneno, won't train us so. No mum, the Nipane Kase Koya rerun, Osio Mate, the Bakoya rerun. Sadia Yano.
Eh, Kasakra won't yasi. To the beto. Yeah, the beto. Titam no sooner Electoral Commission drew her. Mopa Monia, some to ewo a year was so West Wagon. You won't say to me, say Jai, we are in power. Yes. I'm sending a warning to them. Or more reflected. Say they see what I was so West Wagon. You mutu. Ebi boss Sam George Sutrono ye beto Ablekumadia ne pepepe montoa obi afo so samomrawo na mokra mo so fa so parliament woni dey who we see Ghana for time calculate to amamuni e waste of taxpayers money afanya market so mo so fa so parliament no ene dey parliament we mu afanya market so mo fa so pa no domprem ene dey enti samo ayawa so West Wagon azugu we metete se wadwane kwa abrochire so waja post e demetete no. Yes. Yeah. John Mama sa 2013-14 no amam anya bi no ya ni no. Emra be ye adwuma me say jase kodi asa wo nya be ma obetimi atu mirika wo nya be ma ka me ma won ka ho. Me see ye mu bi ye be ko. Me the medical akase magimi pooling a me kwakoye pooling agent. That's why Abaga big no waba no misbehave ho smoothness level. IGP papa neti akwanya no si o. Kise tete me say IGP papa neti akwanya no si o. Yen kwosesa wo ma wo nye bambofo na brand champion ne lead we mu na we besi ne hwe afiri mu ama. Jo mama penso hwe mu be kofu. Very well. And someone of Anko Kwan no contractor wo ye adwuma okwan no so ene contractors awodo am Ghana nyina na manya ne ntie se omo be ye demonstration place phone calls wa dana na yana samo kama kuma ntom yem enura ha mutie o me se enura ha ana me kan ye say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama won hwe na honorable Dr. Atoforsen omo hwe na contractors no munye bibi mo. I said it here yesterday. Na me catch you say sa humble appeal we die. Me ame papa John Mahama. Ne me senior brother eye Dr. Atoforsen o tia omutume enani o machi nya den ehweme. Na me no say obeye. Ene John Mahama kasa wo. We say contractors no musumi ye obemu musika. Amamo we won pa amamo we amamo baby mu na wo hwehwe. Yeti His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
The issue you raised about the payment to contractors. Payment is about to start from the end of this month. The Minister of Finance has put some money aside to begin to clear the arrears of contractors. So I'm sure that some of the contractors who have been working on your projects will be paid so that they can go back on site and continue their work. He's prioritizing payments to road contractors because several of the road contracts have stalled and slowed down. And as you're aware, some people have threatened to demonstrate on the Ofankwa Road on Saturday. And so getting the contractors to go back to site and continue work as quickly as possible is one of the priorities of government.
Very well. Iti ama Roads and Highways Minister Honorable Kwame Gavins Agboja ono so dia ba betu dwa say ofanko kwani de ade say da ban na koma so ye papa na omo be pay contractors no sika esum mo be 4 billion Ghana cedis sika on be che de ama contractors no. Honorable Kwame Agboja.
How do we address the payment to contractors since we have already admitted? If you listen to His Excellency the President of the Republic yesterday, he indicated that towards the end of this month, the Finance Minister would be taking steps to retire some of the debt owed contractors so that they can go back to site and complete the work. On record, we are intending to pay some 4 billion Ghana cedi towards retiring part of the 21 billion from this month. I have no doubt that will be on record to be one of the biggest payments at a particular time to make sure that we are serious about clearing the debt and then also paying for or making provision to start the new works we are talking about. So we did not actually neglect paying contractors. As I said, when we came in, one of the things we needed to do is to actually vet some of those payments. Why do we have to do that? Somebody will say, you came to meet the bill, just pay it. My brothers and sisters, it would have been a problem of, in some cases, double paying for some things. You will be surprised to note that in this ministry, normally we contract and then we say the source of fund for the project is either road fund or government of Ghana. There is evidence that sometimes we approve and award project as a road fund project. In the course of the execution of the project, somehow the source of fund is changed to government of Ghana. So road fund holds a list of certificates on their books, yet somehow those certificates find themselves onto the Give Me system as a GOG project. And there's evidence that sometimes attempts are made to get this certificate paid twice, that is from GOG and then from road fund. It is not appropriate for us to basically sit unconcerned for this to happen since we have very scarce resources. So it is very clear that the finance minister was doing the right thing by making sure that when we have certificates at road fund, those certificates are not, repeated in the books of Ghana government at another level where we'll end up paying twice for the same project. So there's no doubt that government is committed and will continue to prioritize paying for road works done. Very well. That was Roads and Highways Minister Honorable Kwame Agboja Gavins, live on TVS YZ and also on Power 97.9 FM. And then Tuesday, na yebeko na yakofa abo from Contractor niaba. And then Dr. Solomon Ebetwechonkomo Efri Solak Natural Clinic. And then my guest, His Excellency Dr. Joseph Nisai Kofi Ago. Onana yeneno ebetwetwe nkomo medical abobone credentials so nyina ede amount
na baby awa wuti bia no ye chiao emo ye basisia doctor Solomon.
Yo, elas university no mweshia e was solar biochemist. And ye share DNT and as a causes of no libido in our women. And also they say aware for non so DNT and my friend sexual weakness SW no. Ya ne tade abe woman so na ya fa ne sa. Causes DNT ne ba ye nyina DNS sa. DNS how de nyina ba. Ye chance is be nyina me ma no so. One the first cause my ye me won pemu do is age dependent. So for me ma ye pese 100 age bracket to tibia a teenager and I say every 18 no equal to 30. Now compared to pensioners 16 years to 70, Ubenya age from about 90% of them are more strong. I was able to say impossible. Compared to one or more pensioners. No, let's say age a play role. Oh, my bread, my embre. Yen show the biochemistry behind it. One, yen discover erection, DNA erection. Bible says Adam who Eve no. Was it Eve? Was it Adam? Was it 10? Let me see. Eve for 10 Adam say, hey, I'm seeing some oranges. I'm going to be, hey, everybody, them had a flat. 2 oranges. I don't know, media notice. Was it Eve 10 again? Eve tells, Eve, no hand ever vibrating. No be any stiff. It's remember your shed your ma, sub ye beer. Away, you don't want, and they're sighting. More near sighting a bad dream. Not a minute was yeah, dear, I say, Eve who. Edin tumu hu aduaba no se Bible say ye nife sa ne yenso ye nife enife de na if ye kotidi tie ne yefa yenso se kotidi etu bonse ye de hu sa de na wie se pa na information abadwem na adwo se information akoma sa akoma e moja na wo pofin pedie mu fa de fa de genital veins no sabe eni ntine wo ya de ho no mo ne moja russia fam na sabe ade ne so de rinchiri it's mode of action no. Na just adie bia be impede blood flow efa genital veins no eno so pene se bit ma blocker na say e bit ma impair sa ade bit ma sorry. One, see ye nyini a ye nhwale bi ha on se I say water hose a wo de ho ade more na wo de water hose no nsuo fo ho car na wo tam no obo se kaka boss inside na ehi water boss ho na pai ana se adufu adentia thickness na be slim ana se ekofom. It's now your idea for the wear and tear. It's your cause science now. Is it protest to pay one artists? More na sabi at any book game na age of 8 now so shall 18 na warm up shall 2025. It yen shall say 18 more game na no 35 no. Obi shall say 15. It about 20 years or 35. It was at na ye adwuma masabe genital veins thickness na reduce. Na go also design we adie be for the autocata system. Adie be called a certain shock. Emma not against me pie. How many pana collapse were there? So, as autocata system, a remedy and answer. Or I say, hey, to was it? Quameta, I had no collapse to was answer. It is a game, not scientists, eh, there be thickness not reduce. Or there you match it. And you have not a pie, a collapse on Tinelli. Stop on, hold on. To once I didn't say, sorry, I'm not hold on, is watching. To once say, a nana, kriam. And Tina be pie a friend Zipman herbal capsules, it will just so. Zipman herbal capsules, your body man say panyai wo better than it. Adenti, ye design model for Zipman herbal capsules no. E ko so you man no ye ade bi o. Ye pick plant materials. And if you bioactive compounds, our body say e be kanya the friend cell mitosis. Cell mitosis konya dependent fast produce ne ho. It will say one, and will contain some of the saponins and alkaloids. A be in this for the cell mitosis. No, now, but my internal thickness every reduce. No, I produce more. My thickness about normal. So the baby margin more than pressure was so now. I want pump. No, net me push for anger. I didn't. I'm a zero. I'm a my baby pan etinyabo. It's that Zipman capsules have a wow. Number 2, more near the game no air yet, but enka come here and town miss one. 1 hour for 45 minutes one. More now akumani now want to force one. Now once what time they me kinke. I say what when I so me say become genital veins no. What once say no I can't hana can't I can't fam. To once say more by fa periphery happy hana can't fam. 1, yes I said no. Yampa esa moja na ba no hiti be bia ka fa no se pa na a clot e fe na aggregation of blood. Na ye mo a clot kete na da genital veins ni. So after see what we game na not back to normal na e fe be say sabata baby. It next time I free for na kwa e kwa pin bi position you ho to the blood flow. E nta say e ba so say ade no sorry ba say munya den. It's near Zipman herbal capsules. No, you pick one of the supplements. I bonus a washer. Say the pabetia sayenti. Say a bell horse a clotting kitty feeling every move. I'm in wonderful. Now volume up a command pump your phone. Then you can fire a horn. I'm a sebe in Russian as a bema or Indian et may repay every payer. If you yes, I picking one at the back also, but it's a tapinoid. I want to buy to compass when you say, oh, Zipman herbal capsules anymore. The day say no, a sustain releaser, as Jenny say. I didn't care 5 minutes, no, actually got 20 minutes more, Obrahome, yen pentem. Now they are consequent here, and ye, not tell ye, not sabi and Nigia esa da, no mommy enya, no more my biositos near release, not agenda from no sa and Nigia, Yami Bopa or Barney Bemankuta, one setting a canary payano, what do something pensono? And Tina Zipman herbal capsules, your body man say, Pangai, walk better than now. Meaning, Ebio, the insane mamma who am ever there bonified genital infections. Where a Thai youth the pa make on the and Bruno. A son say, Fanny say, first partner, you know, say, what try many, you know, say, yeah, many papa, no, to say, Unya Gata, Nunya Salome, Agata son, Salome, so yes, and I say, when we get it, no, you're tall, no, you're short, no, you're chocolate, no, you're fair, now the black and darkness of Vivi, to all passing this, I won't say, Candida infection in your passing your mouth. The family Geo and Ono, I said, because I Geo and Ono, God is so passing now. It was a man saying, no bones or Hodoma. I ensure I see a bone and San Sabaho. Now there's a link between no and the family sexual weakness. Say that here. Oh, said the ultimate functions of game, remember than making anything in Sababa. It is a whole book game, no. Not a spam, not say as a part, you will produce a chassis or bar. Shadow. Sa pipe where the book game sabe until na wo ho no mo je fam ade fe no erection pipe na sabe you go sofa e ho na sabe spam ne fa e na ho na sa infection ka jiwo ene o ensuo no e ho na so nam na ensuo na infection ensuo no ne thickness no e ya akose spam no etu se game na se now yes no cross no babonkum na ni pena ni bi se there be ye share game na se nche name so no access spell never me wa so e jiwo ene onsuo no never sa confusion bas no ni pena ni bi se jama spam never see a pedi che se sebe genital veins won here bim sense ultimate function of sebe pass go no yeah sin never e te basa bon se sebe ensu adina so na sa na kate na hwiao abesneko you high well dot and yes spam entina sabe exercise bema sabe ensuo ensansa no ho no once no you so edupai from solar cable measure no then class infection in free ho oh yeah now the Zipman herbal capsules panya no e dia to me so e wala see apa na won so mudi a wo pen won sakani yenti simba hotel aba die entina obaka se menya tenka they tell say candidate applicants all day proba himfi ho a sebe shadibo ha fancy at your entrance ni and a bet 8 is your flabi ha as the first probably was a bar. During foreplay come on come I will come, I will go, I want it, give it neck a never date it. Now the Buddha sells I just sent to it, not a lubricate him for. Here's the case of about all day proba him for all day punish as if her neighbor. All the pros will see a pinam, a mere tick, and a mere crispy and answer, a mere lumpy. A papa womb. Let's ensure so that's not a free I know her abba. If you want to original sebe in papa is a ban is a neighbor. A better way in a cheap. Yes, if we say neighbor. It's ya bahana na hana quest and say lamping to acquest all the grease. Now the abosnia fra. I will continue so possible ones that will say them. Everything was home. It's ya bahonma. You teach the quantity pen ye man muti or munted there. It was the next time I dare Sabano. Well, last you can't pin a what you and in a corner of Yamadan near Yefru. Yes, Oba, but when Sanka Solake Bamishano. Then clear all day puano. Any sense of running in free, never had enough. The men's papa na but intimate man lubricate, I didn't come out. Ever see a pie by a cost smooth. Which you hear him. A bassan a sour to appetite. A more ninja than home. It's not solar caba mesha Ghana for Maase as such as answer a prepon money or no Kuguta home. It's not solar caba mesha, your body money say as such time. Now zip money memanqua was a panine. wo bet edene kwasi bi afa nkoma edi ho kusomani ni nkoma sesi a MTN no 0245 61 60 28 0245 61 60 28. I am busy after Airtel no major so Airtel no say 0261 73 62 63 0261 73 62 63 Zipman capsules panai wo Betty edene sesia.
Mido, Ghana Biana. I'm going to do a baby soon. If you are I say baby shit. Mangashi.
Junior! I'm saying so enough for maybe the no.
Sister Coast Pa. It's a winning gas.
I'm using the why. My why?
Down Yankana wa.
Sister Coast. Use gas. Gas ye fast, ye easy, ye convenient.
LPG, let me see your hand. Ooh, I got.
Hi. Now let me tell you about Safari Valley Eco Resort, the first of its kind in West Africa. Upon your arrival, you are introduced to your butler, who plans your itinerary.
We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park.
So many activities, all in the same premises. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife and how to interact with them.
They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place you have here.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
As for me, I take very good care of my grandkids. Ye dear grow. Na yes, do maybe crana. Me bano timide or be gumi so weekend. Hey, memre. I don't think I'm a catcher say. Yeah, no, Medi garlic capsules. As I stand here, my doctor said my whole system has improved very well. Medi garlic capsules. Yes, Medi garlic capsules.
Moses garlic capsules. Boa mamoja dini paduani mu efusani ye na esiesie oba ne barima mahona wodin. Ubenya edoi bi ato omanyi mu pharmacy stores frey wo 050 349 4885. Edoi enye mamofra enye ndi mfie dumienu. Apemfo ene emma emanofo. Moses wunni how FDA ajidwe di nkra tuwe atum.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the Nsawam Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GA West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
Zama Kwaba Ediba TVS YZ and a power 97.9 FM. Ni na filling stations ya etwa ewo Ghana nyina. It's ya Benada sia na won say ya pomdino e ade hu hia ye papa ene se idikan edidi agro. Said the make no ye suspended Chief Justice ye tokunu sei wode Ghana akopiem ewo ye ECOWAS court. Was say abuse of human right. Nti minim baby abuse no free eba de to say judges makoma konnu mo motena ne sam no so omo unanimously omo botugu ye no de omo ye nye nti onten ho ase nti say de we free Ghana edru eye ECOWAS court aboa obewu no ye ne den obewu na nipa obewu no de ne kwase Jesus Christ ne moto mukura obewu eye den ya obekọ ti ase ne san si from boko baby edonu so o resign ye o retire ye baby ayedu sisia no nti an me kan che Ghana for say you are not going to retire, you are not going to resign. No Ghana for here, the law is the law. Achewa achew period. I mean comedy ma for mra ansana mene His Excellency Dr. Ago edi enkomo no abeshisha ase kama Doc mwakwa ba cappuccino.
Mejoso muga. Twedi ampadaro mo de na che na
unso for herbal center.
Yes.
Buku ase.
Mayira.
Dia koso.
Medanse muga mamemfa nche amfa mfiri medima for herbal hospital Dr. Time da so da no mfama wahefo ene wetiefo ene anwumre na enche asronko mfiri Dr. Time da so ho ema obi biara wotie ne na wo hwe se wapomodinti ena yetoa wo efie ha sei na ye no obedin komuni akan akiro sanse so de be ya obete na wahunu se medimafo ba hospital ba be ka kire wo se enyarewa hodo atu atese woni padua no no e wo se odeba na ye boa wo na ye boa wo mpacha onye se bio ye kana no ya no keke na oba be pie mo medimafo no ya nya aduru amfa amawo anasa obeba no na yare a wode ba ne antumi anso ano amfa amam mpacha oba medimafo ba hospital Dr. Time da so da no a ye opoko ase mayira kumase ye bua kwa atwoma go school junction na enhyiranka nyame obo soro no obo asase no ka kire me no omie no say ye ne aduaba ne mfa haban no mfa nsa yare eno na Dr. Time da so de ye adwuma said Isaiah 2 Kings 20:7 odifo ekwatete haban ma wo kwayem na ode ba ye besa ne manfo yare e wo fie no Dr. Time da so kokwayem a otete haban ma ne nubra ade aba besa won so yare eyemidimafo ba hospital ene no ka say ye numbers no television so no ba bi o se miura meni no esuye mi wisi mintimi hunu ade papa numbers no mintimi nchingu metirim wa wutie radio no so bi se ye pe number no sere be ye betumi afre medimafo ba hospital e bia na wo hwe me wa amanane ampa cho unya frɛ ye number na edi kan 0244 774282 e wo WhatsApp 0244 774282 ye no obedin komo na fe yahwe e wose ma wo ye Texas ahodom edifiri ho e be mo ye Texas ene watwa now they send ye na fe doctor study no hu said ye no ma sitie na fe ye di ndro they send o eba any of the singing countries beauty some Germany, Italy, any countries ahodwa e ye under singing countries na but Dr. Baho mreni abre nyina enti obetimi abre waduro ana ode aduro besoma ne yade abre o na nhyiran ka nyame se haban a ode adom Dr. Time da so no enya haban bia keke ɛno nti meka kyerɛ sɛ ɛna me no wadi ahyia yi hwɛ sɛ wobɛpiem poko asɛm ayera Kumasi abua kɔ atwema ago ɛndura na doctor wɔn kran poko asɛm ayera ɛnɛ doctor tena ase ɛbra no na ya ba pa meet aduonu mpacho doctor tena se poko ase ne ya chan so kran se aduro na doctor de ma wo se wo kokonom no aduro na bi na doctor tena se a immune booster no ono ne de no tena se na so bra mpacho no bi no onom Dr. Tam da so anka se matumi ho prum for 30 minutes one na se maya adwuma mabere me pacho onye bi da otena se until the last person be fra yare sabia ono doctor tena nto so ye adwuma we nyina kyerɛ sɛ nyamedua no mpakyɛ tumi wom na saa adua no ne hunu no yɛ aduro kɛseɛ pa immune booster aduro kɛseɛ ne ɔmo maako mmienu mmiɛnsa na doctor de fra wɔde yɛ immune booster aduro soronkom saa adua korɔ no nso na fibroid ɔba ɔse me fibroid ne thickness no ɛyɛ about bɛsɛ 2 inches 3 inches 4 inches no doctor ade ma ona na ne nyina ba bɛsena kɔ nyamedua na meka ho asɛm akyerɛ we dua na wode sika bɔ ho na nsu fitaa firi mu ba no ɛno ho asɛm na meka akyerɛ no bare yasin ahaban wo yɛte ne di onim ne yɛte na sɛ obi nim ahaban bi ɔka kyerɛ sɛ kɔtefa yɛ adura wa hwɛ yɛ akokon ho bare oba medimafo ya ba hospital no kwasɛm no sɛ oba medimafo a yɛhwɛ onipadua no ahwɛ sɛ ɔhaw bɛɛ na ɛkɔ so wɔ nipadua no deɛ na atɔ kyema na yɛhu saa deɛ atɔ kyema wɔ nipadua no mu a adura doctor de ma no ɛnyɛ orthodox medication asa orthodox medicine herbal medicine na doctor de ma wo esan se wo ma me dimafo me yankonkofa abrofuduro mfa ma da biara da na ne chance so ne so nyankopon na ehira haban no so de ma doctor enu nti wo de ma wa etu yare na se for the first time organ abakose ma yare sabia ba akwa mpacho wono eka kyerɛ sɛ hiafo ne sikafo nyina wasa wo yare ayaresabia ba akɔ no ba ye sɛ me ya ayaresabia no nso no abra obi ho tɔ no me sa akyɛ na de aka ho ɛno nti ɛnyɛ ba akɔ nya mienu nya miensa all the time no bɛhu sɛ medimafra ba hospital duro da bia wo sɛ doctor ɛkyɛ television ma akɔ aduoson wobɛhu sɛ ɔkyɛ mobile phones ma akɔ aduasa ne nyina no sɛ ɛnyɛ sɛ bia wanya sika na mana buro so na emom no sɛ de bɛyɛ a onyankopɔ bɛhunu sɛ ampa sɛ abra wo sa yare ahodo wo san so yɛ adɔyɛ de aka ho ɛno nti ɛne yɛsɛ bra medimafo ba hospital ayaresa bia ne wiase a ne car de betimi agye aburo ne nkateɛ anampo kokɔ ya toto da biara da bra medimafo ba hospital ne car de no mpacho wo de bagye television o de mobile phones afekra amo time da so basmati rice ne dia eduru me bia cha na bebre so obia anyi bi nkodi anya say doctor anya mana boro so anya so anya na ho na emom no sa onyame osoma ano no nanum onyam bedadi e wa yaresam nti na time bia doctor tenasia osima me ncha de na afi enkofo enso emfa nkofie na ohu ade na abo me dia ka se bra me call doctor time da so na me konya yaresa no osan so ma me television de ka ho fa number obi o se me business person mini adaje obi MP obi a minister on to me metena say for 30 minutes one na esan say omo ba Thursday ne Wednesday dia dan say baba na nipa ohopa ne ho nyina ye ma ensan say a day enipa ma okra ba 2 and 3 and ebeba ntie bia ba betena se ache obi se me mpene sa me pese me ba na doctor hwe eno a premium service ena doctor akofa ba say sa mpanimfo na wose hwe mo special enti Fridays pe ena doctor dey premium service no na no ubetia registration of 200 Ghana cedis eno sense offer enipa limited ya mfa nipa bebere esa nse obi wo ba for review omu nyina nhyem ti ama obi ana na time eno nti sa ofre na utua 200 Ghana cedis na doctor ama time say e bia 130 o time no 130 ne bebo no na doctor atena say twen nti ukoduru ho 5 minutes to 1:30 ampacho dura 1 minute to 1:30 kra na akwa hu doctor na afi ukọ bebe no ye premium service eno pe na obetia 200 Ghana cedis apart from that no from Monday to Thursday ne dia ometia sa 200 Ghana cedis 70 cedis for card a obeye afi ye lab ye just scan ahodo bia bi o medimafo ba hospital no kwasem no say ye pe obi a oso we duro no we bibiduro ye medimafo ba hospital ma me papa ma me kan kire o say obi wo ya na nyoma bebre na etu atese ha nipadua no bare ya na enim na ibi efra bibi nim tree sa nim tree we ya aduro kase pa eno na doctor tam na so ade ya aduro efra no so bibi te say virus infection say so be any infections ahodo enam nyarewa ahodo mpacho enim twi na doctor de o de mama kuma ye no na de kan ho mpacho infection bi a wanya bi etu ase de afiri o de ama yes bi the fatty liver say empo no liver no hono ebloti oba medimafo aba hospital mpacho doctor emu oduro tu ase de ama high cholesterol mpacho udi from 45-50 years and above cholesterol de wochu mutan nipa dodo na wo mu benya barodo ni kire mo medimafo aba hospital cholesterol hodo a edi hine wo nipadua no mpacho nimtri eye dua na haban ya aduro ne hono ya aduro afa ni hine na ehye fom no eye aduro pa sa ni hine no twa na de se ade afa ho a ubon se aye yellow mpacho ya aduro kase pa bra medimafo aba hospital na ya mo hypertension no de mpacho eno edi ahimpa na obi wa o se me honam keka me skin no emu ya me hine hypertension timi ko so sa de no woni padua no bra medimafo aba hospital ye behwam ni achake ni nyina de ama o na ya mu aduro etu ase anso ade ama wo medical ka say na doctor tenase o chino betenase opoko ase mayira sanso na up to Friday doctor won kran wo ye adwuma anopa ko no aba obetimi aba abeda mo central region eastern region Volta ni greater Accra nyina ebetimi aba nkran poko ase mayira eye medimafo aba hospital ana ye ni 18 komo na anwumre be pia mo na afia mo a obi semenya fever no nya mpacho na duro no eye kokokura wo wanya typhoid ro de ba medimafo aba hospital ni ahwa abo be ma bia udi mfinhye aduasa kwa prostate enlargement na de we at risk sir o prostate glands no ebetumi enlarge baro be pia mo medimafo aba hospital e was say from 30 years akwa o check your records no afei we scans how do I say o prostate no glands no and the level no at say enlarge and I say enlarge and nyina timi boa e ma o keep record ma o keep wo so yie na timi boa pa I don't from 30 years and above no oba e be check the amount sanso no oba bi say me fibrogram check say me obi o say me ni bio oba e be check the amount esro bi anim na ye check na wo bi ampa chonye say u be wu ara no nsran ka nyame oboss no oboss ase say odi nuaba ni haban de amaye no na e dey say ho yare no Dr. Tam da so adi bi sa yare na obi wo ho a ye say genital herpes emana fam se oba wakosu akuma no obon sansansa bi agugu ho obi okra timi besi ho ohwa ase enwi bi efu ewo sansansa no so fabra medimafo aba hospital sa genital herpes ni genital what brofo kakraka we nyina oba medimafo aba hospital ye be breaking it down the amount e ho ne ya kira wo wadi 50 years and above say wo moja no wo ya type we wo so moja wo ya type we eni oma we na wo saudi we na wo saudi we na nsa saudi o medimafo aba hospital supplement awodo bia ye obi we akache eye herb mpacho eye pure eye abibrim ena ye di efri ye nkofa ba bi mfri ye nkofa bi mfri ba bia eye medimafo aba hospital se obi wo a yes wanya asoben no de ba medimafo mpacho koko esanse apentu ya body ya friends apentu ye na duro kese pa bara woni mti no oba medimafo aba hospital ye bo apentu ni hine no a ewa ase no eno ene ye de asoben duro afi obi wo a ohome a mpacho okasagu so a wanhwe ya wontumi ntena na sabi emu ye kankan oba medimafo a mpacho ye bo ne atu ase ade amount after bi o da na jobon se o hwa nkromo na asenikenika pa esu pato de medimafo a ya boa ya pantu ni ntini na ni hine no ene ade yesa duro ndi amount medimafo aba hospital ene ni ade obi o severe headache mpacho bra obi o semisisi sa antina doctor se wachia obetene wachia kura obetene ya duro wo medimafo aba hospital a ya aba ade boa nipa nyina e wo medimafo doctor betena se eno nti won so bra na sa simpe na haban simpe ade friend simpe na haban no dua no na haban no ya duro kese pa ni ate no se ye de liver duro afo bi o se ni kidney say no o de ba medimafo a ye de ya duro de ma any internal organs bi e woni padua no mu a na ho oden ba fom ana say ye kese no o de ba medimafo a simpe liver no na doctor de ya duro de ma wo na afi atumi atu ase de ma wo ment na fie nka se oba ye wa amom yare so pacho se free utiri so kosi una ase onyankopon wo tumi se yare bia ha obia no otu ase yare ama wo e wo bra waka kire nse mema mo ne aduaba no mfa haba no mfa nsa mo yare enka ofi se denti no onyankopon kan asasam no de kire esan so nim se ahaban no tumi wom na o se nim dia me man ni enti enje o man nya nim dia pe afa ye be ya nioma e be boa ya nkasa eno na Dr. Tam da so enam haban so ade ye adwuma no ye opoko asema yire kumase abu akwa atwuma ago oba ohia wo de e entete ake so doctor ni so afa be ma efom enam yare no wanya ana ama be man for entire case Dr. Tam da so any so ye test scan ye lab bibia bi medima for ba hospital ba na be lab ni ade a ne bo no fofofo frey medima for ba hospital number and our television so no 0244 77 42 82 0244 77 4282 and 0500 72 7215 0500 72 7215. Last number is 0245 44 9592 0245 44 9592. I am a team of hospital. Dr. Tam na so and a ye no wadi ahia e wo show we so bomodia so beba pokwa samayira na kumasi abua kwa atwoma go school junction muga ye beda asepa
ebeda se nyame aduma da se ne ye besa edinhia ina aso se ye ne eye excellency Dr. Joseph Nisai Ago betwetwe enkomo nim se oye immediate past high commissioner of Ghana to the Commonwealth of Australia ye no na ABD enkomo ene ye behwe se the economy ne esitie ye be dwell into so many areas na ya hwe se oman no san ena eco globally san ena utu kwan a ye ka efa eye Ghana ho se obi a waye adwuma wo Russia da waye adwuma wo South Korea da na che se utumu se Asia ho no wodi ago ye ho papa ye adwuma wo eye Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration state protocol ene mpanifo ya se we obi a we deep na dwimu adoye papa enei wono ene ni pakese yene no eba na yaba abetwetwe eye nkomo ede ama eye yena hwefo ene yen etifo nti mense ebrekura no tweben wo fidie no na baby a wo bia no ma wo fidie no emme o TV no migire se minua yima ene abusafo ni nyina madam wan wote ho den ya jese enye asem keto na hema ba kope na jese enye asem keto akọ anti if is abre ekwidie ofidie na haya and that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene chief of staff manyane TSA office of the president TV ni the harden den dia omo ebetie die ekoso ene awie sanse penifo wi mu no enye easy se obenya omo na obetu omo na sempa boa na do maba yesidiosa ya na entanye ize Dr. Ago memwakwa aba His Excellency
medawase nyamena dum
fantastic
thank you
abisafo nyina ho yete
obi aho ye me memwaka funenam
fantastic madam one
nana hima
ofim pade ananya sa
enwa
oma moral support
exactly means me member on coming home.
Fantastic. That's it. Se kase His Excellency Dr. Joseph Nisai Agwa one way.
Mena meti hey. Dr. Joseph Nisai Ago. Me free a crew radio XYZ.
Osu from Osu.
Osu. It's just about the next house. Maybe fee.
Family house.
Yes. Wow. And the other family side, the maternal side, no, it's just
so
about
paternal and maternal.
If you sure.
Wow.
Yes. Until my beefy.
Home sweet home.
Home sweet home. Yes.
We are Juma Ministry of Foreign Affairs for how many years?
Almost over 2 decades.
20 years.
Yeah, plus.
Wow.
Yes.
And I'm my hold over so now we are Juma.
Well, say o hwe me yori ya me de ma no o hwe ma obe hu say
me de kan bobom ba me pese tie 40
okay me tu kwan ya me ada roma me tu kwan pa manka ene na me boa the first place I make the Russian Federation Russia Putin Krum na nyame ncha de nso bisun ade e wo Russia to me Russian language, no papa. And I was in Ukraine. By then, one country. A very beautiful country. By Niaba. Because of the greediness of certain people, certain nations, certain leaders. And that is why we find ourselves where we are today. It's unfortunate. Say, Obi Bisa Mekai said, when I was in Australia, now the
as High Commissioner.
Yes, as High Commissioner. Now, the Governor General, me present me letters of credence. Now, Omo who may see, there will be some say, now, Ukraine to say, war no so dintina abansa. And I'm sure it's unfortunate say abansa. But you can lay the blame squarely to certain powers. The Western world, they have caused the situation in Ukraine. Because when certain diplomats in Ukraine were out on the streets of Ukraine.
Is it Donetsk?
In Kiev.
Okay.
Donetsk, me language course.
Okay.
Lugansk. Chese, mpotem huni nyina no, minim hunyina. Nyame chade, me do nyam yankopon se minya akwenya me call that part of the world. It's a beautiful country. Na near Abba I see Ukraine for no so no.
Affect you as a nation, Ukraine, Russia.
To some extent, now affect you. One on the educational front.
Okay.
Mommy can be being show. Yes. When I was in the ministry, we had the Ukrainian foreign minister visiting. I was by then in the policy planning, research and monitoring bureau, and I was part of the delegation to receive them. It was at the conference hall. So during break time, coffee break, so I walked to the Ukrainian foreign minister, and then I started speaking Russian, and then at a point in time, I started speaking the Ukrainian language with him. Nyoka say boje moy. Wow. Meaning boje moy ni chese. Hey, meaning so bu Ghana ha ote mikasa. One mama, yes, and the Russian language. One mama feel it at home. I say, I'm okay with myself here. Now, before I ever call a friend a meeting, ever call break, now we were talking over scholarship, and Ukraine wanted to give us 10 scholarships. So that was what we were, fighting over.
Medicine,
yes, medicine, so many areas. But you know what? After the coffee break, you have a conference center on meeting grounds, Then he asked the moderator, say, "Oh, Bibi can." I say, "A gentleman here has impressed me very much. I didn't know that Ocean they were Ukraine. Now, mekasa no mpoa mekano or cancer me. Intimunim scholarships instead of 10, you're 20, 100%.
At that time,
yes, the records are there in the foreign ministry. Wow. But where are our students?
No way.
Because of the war. And Russia, for that matter, the Soviet Union has trained a lot of people from various countries, the 178 plus countries in the world. And their policy over there was that, look, we have trained you. When you finish, go back to your country and help in nation building. Unlike other places where they want to tap on the resources, on your expertise that you've gained. So Russia and Ukraine, for that matter, has helped, and it's unfortunate, say,
BBC.
Very
well. Mr. Excellency, Dr. Ago, Yanko, economy. No. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and ran when you 6 months in office. So far, any achievement. Saying in the city as
wow, this is a real question. Yeah. Talking about the economy and looking at where we are coming from.
Yeah.
Immediately after His Excellency the President taking over, Sene Omano na Nyamankuyi, Ghanaians were suffering. In fact, the elections was a protest vote. And that is why close to over, I should think, 1.8 million or 1.7 million.
Yeah.
Yes. Unprecedented. And no child say, now I'm which wo. But the enchade, because of good leadership. Because of good leadership. Now, today, as we speak, you could feel it. Myself, when I go to the pump station
to buy fuel.
Mm-hmm. You ask yourself, what is happening to Mother Ghana? But today, you can see the improvement. Petrol buo abafum. Ebu ha mekwa. Normally I maintain full tank. Yeah. I don't go below
the capacity.
Yes. So, okwa, previously you put in a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay? Before you get your full tank. Now, with small money, you get your full tank. And off you go. Sounds enyamabu ekofum. Umpewi. Enyanum Ghana for. Then amope. Mini yetao. Nyesumwene mini yetao. His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama. Now unim. Many presidents were I should think we'll come to that
so
portion.
You said under his administration?
Oh yes. I made His Excellency Mitewa Mamin sorry man. Ne wife Ephraim Mikunu. You can ask Her Excellency Logina Mama whom you offer me Mikunu.
Wow.
Yes. And you know, I had the opportunity of visiting as a chief of protocol when foreign dignitaries eba.
Okay.
Maybe omo pese omo president. We arranged. Ebu abakaso for omo bra fee.
Okay.
Ebu abakaso for omo bra Flagstaff House. So virtually I became a part of the household.
Wow.
You get the point. So on the economic front, no, enyame kuyi. Let me tell you. The CD, the dollar rate. And you know what has happened? So interesting. We say, with this mining issue, the issue of Galamsey now being regulated.
Yeah, and
thank you very much. We'll come to yes. And I think so, because now we have foreigners paying the money straight into government coffers, because if you want to buy gold now, you have to use your dollars at the forest rate. You go and pay at government, so government gets the revenue, the hard currency. That is what have created the buffer stock for us as a country
within some few
months. We have a listening president, the vice president. Vice in Suminina. When I was in France, or by UNESCO meetings, Timinin Nana Jean Michiao. His Excellency the President, Michiao. Do you know, His Excellency the Chief of Staff, Julius Devrans Juma? Oh, yes.
My boss.
Yes, you're your boss. It's not only your boss, it's also my boss.
Our boss.
Our boss there. You know, make I say, there was a meeting at the Flagstaff House. No, say, look, I've just been given this position. If you fail me, know that you have failed yourself. You know, Standogbe, they were all good friends of mine, and they are still good friends of mine.
Wow.
You get the point. Good. Now, on the economy, prices of items have gone down. Price of cement have gone down.
Yeah.
Okay. Foodstuffs, and then cement, and then what do you call iron rods, and you know.
Iron rods in December 2024 now 1,9,696 million.
Yeah.
Today 7,007.
Thank you.
And cement 42.5 and any big company is a price as we speak today and about 105.
Yeah.
And 32.5 and also about a year 90 Ghana 92 93 depending on the brand our person or the water.
Yeah, these are all strong indicators. Oh, ahotoba or manuma na amanfo eni eji won. Then the government is also happy. You see, right from the presidency to the vice president, then all the ministers, the chief of staff, all the ministers, everybody is working. But one thing is certain: this present administration can never and should never fail Ghanaians. Ghana will not. Ghanaians have put their trust and faith in the NDC, the National Democratic Congress, and so they cannot afford to fail us. So obi wa benu anase ya appoint no say opese oyusu ni position edi wiesika the session ibinmu aye over the period no. I should think you are in the wrong place. Ompe onwasema PBB fa na yepe amamua chese edimu That is what we are calling for.
Gold board, usually say Ababeboa, and then His Excellency launch a year tax force, no. Yeah, and you woman say whistleblower biano, we bring out 10% of the gold, and then Yabasama, a year cash and so then assign a home. Nemono, advice the security a year agencies. Wow, Bakwakoye Bibia Ubenya Assembly.
Yes.
Which is a good initiative.
That you see, let me tell you, I overheard somebody saying that Monche and one policy or the buyer say ama CD na kofum. Now it was the work of the previous administration. Please, I beg to differ. Okay? I beg to differ. I was even shocked
to hear
that. Yeah. I wasn't expecting it. It is good governance. Thinking, putting on your thinking caps and thinking deep. That is what has brought the CD down. And at times I hear our fellow Ghanaians out there in the diaspora now complain, say, His Excellency John Mama, why you be? Now we there wama ye chire and ye bread. Dollar no be seen to the CD no menka wa men kufum. But how can you build a nation when our CD is weak? But you see, because of the inflows of the currency to the Bank of Ghana, now Ghana is helping itself, cushioning itself,
paying our
international debt. Yeah. So why not? The CD is now arresting the dollar. The economy is very, very good. It's working, and we know. Within 6 months, look at the strides that we've made as a nation, as a country. And Ghana is being mentioned. Cocoa Board, I was at Cocoa Board a couple of weeks ago.
With Dr. Randy Abbey?
No, not Cocoa Board, but Gold Board. Gold Board. And yes, you could see that things are working over there. The staff I met over there, I met, in fact, I have not met him before. And I'm trying to arrange if I can meet him. But I met Kwame Minka, and then the able Zinab. Fantastic. Any information you want on their fingertips, and they are doing marvelously well over there. They need to be applauded. Yes, the economy is working well.
Economy working well. Until we just say Gold Board, it has come to stay.
It has come to stay. And you know what? It is good. Yes, sir. President, why inaugurated this task force? Okay. Because right now, we have some charlatans in society. Actually, say government faha no muso afaha. I'm talking about the economic saboteurs. We don't need them. We have to report them. So the issue of giving 10% to any whistleblower that will lead to the capture or arrest of a saboteur, those who doesn't want Ghana to progress in life, will get 10%. And also I'm say a stimul, actually say a beboa. These are what we need.
Show the willingness to fight against the illegal
mining activities. He's done more than that. I should think if you look at what Hannah Bisiu is doing in the forest. At times I look at her with her, gear, working gear, and I said, yes. And you know what? Let me say something about Hannah Bisiu. She was then the deputy minister for Agric in charge of livestock. Yeah. Good. And so I went there with some, high dignitaries from the foreign ministry. They have come from outside. Okay. So before meeting those people, I was with her, we were chatting. Okay. And then she said, you know what? Look at these people. They were from the Netherlands. You know what they came to tell her? That Omufa legislation, Bimra, Senebea, and Kebea, day old chicks, poultry products and this, and no country should produce, Ghana should only import from New Zealand. From Netherlands.
Netherlands, yeah.
Okay, so what do you mean? That we should even stop our own production, that we should be importing from Netherlands. So these are the people we want. And so when I saw her, in the bush, a lady, or dressing in the morning now, no fanciful dress. She goes out there. Honorable Hannah Bisu, Yamisha Obibiawo. Now, Unim, before we proceed, I should think I want to sing the national anthem for a reason. Then we take it one by one. Let me see if I can stand because I'm going to sing the national anthem.
So the cameraman, position the camera very well for me.
God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong, bold to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with truth, humility, make us cherish fearless honesty, and help us to resist oppressors' rule with all our will and mind forevermore. And help us to resist oppressors' rule with all our will and mind forevermore.
Thank you. His
Thank you.
Dr. Agbo, let me position your microphone very well for you.
And you know why I sang this song?
Can I explain?
I will explain. Just hear the words. God bless our homeland, Ghana. We Ghanaians are saying, God, bless our homeland, Ghana. And God, in His infinite wisdom, has blessed this country with all resources, water bodies, fertile land. Yet still, the country is hungry, no food.
We are suffering.
We are suffering. Then the question is, why? Are we not giving God so much problems? We have asked, and God has provided us all these things. What is our problem? Bad leadership. And His Excellency, the President, has come to correct those things. And so why not? Reset agenda. And then he says, and make our nation great and strong. Ghana, the first country south of the Sahara to attain independence.
Nation,
And then Kofi Annan, the first black man, UN Secretary General. God has made our nation great and strong. What is wrong with us? Why can't we get good leaders to help us in the development of this nation? We have all the resources God has given us. We have lithium, we have nickel, oil, virtually everything. So what is happening? What is happening?
Our gold.
Our gold. Now let me tell you something. As High Commissioner in Australia, you know, over there we did a lot of work with other, you know, a few African missions.
A lot of links.
Yes, you know, and we hold meetings. We go there. We had series of meetings with them, trying to attract investors. In fact, I'm talking about Ghana. And then all they will tell you is that, look, you know what, Ghana is very far, Africa is very far. Then quickly I remind them, but you have your mining companies over there. What are they doing? You see, we have allowed them to take undue advantage of us. They have this conference, Africa Down Under, every year in Perth. Now I ask myself, why should it be only in Perth? When you get the diamond, the minerals, the gold, and everything from here in Ghana. You don't want to come and invest in a country, but you are interested in, you know.
So can we correct the wrongs?
We can correct it. Education is the issue. We have Tokwa Technical University now.
Yeah.
We have KUNST. Why? Let's ask ourselves this question. Why should KUNST, a science-based University of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and you are doing humanitarian subjects like law? It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Why? They should have their specialized area. And here, I want to call on the Honorable Minister for Education. In fact, they have to change the curriculum over there. Most of our Ghanaians are in Perth. The miners, those who train at Takwa, I had the opportunity of meeting them.
And
you know,
working over there.
oh yes, a lot of them are working because there's no their labor is not needed here. So with that offer, in fact, there should be a new paradigm shift. We don't have to just take royalties. We don't need royalties. The Arab world, how come they have money? It's because they put on their thinking caps. What prevents us? The whole of Africa. Now look at what is happening with this new developments of gold board and what is and it's ensuring, you know, issues. Ghana, who I call my friends, and they are happy.
It has yielded good results.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh yes, and I believe that God will help our dear brother Sammy Gyamfi to continue with the good work he's doing.
Very well. Live on TV as well as and also on Power 97.9 FM. His Excellency Dr. Joseph Nisai Ago and Yaneno Waha Ye and Kumo Ye free economy no ye beshe a year other sectors. Dieni bitumia ama yen oil ni all the natural resources ye bitumi a benefit free more as a country. And ra we jumedi kasebia a course or Marriott Hotel or Accra. Now engineers and planners where a black voter say good wa ewo ho no ni nyina no jumedi ni be hye nsa no mutumi sign agreement ya chese bank e be support with 100 million a year US dollars. I was there myself, so the course you nyina with yes Sam Jonah, Professor Azuma Nelson, lawyer Sammy Gyamfi, and penifo attitude pa yeah papa yeah and Danny former yeah MD Edema Stanbic Bank no munyina ewo asua. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama akase it is time say Ghana ye be oni a mining sectors no ye nia ye be fa ne mine ya de ne tumi a exporto ne tumi nyesika e de aboa o my way. Would you say is this something doable?
It's absolutely doable. We have the human capacity, the human resources we have. Again, education here is the core. Why do you think that we have oil? Tor, I should think, if I'm right, was built by the South Koreans. Okay?
And that Kwame Nkrumah?
Yes.
I think that was in 1962.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Now, before I come to your question, Korea has no oil. Okay? But the best 5 refineries in the world are all in Korea. I served in South Korea. Okay? I had the opportunity of visiting all those places.
Wow.
Now, you write information, you write to Ghana, and nothing happens. So, if really we want to make a breakthrough, we have to go to the Koreans. They are ever ready to help us, ever ready to assist us.
Are you ready to lead us?
Of course.
As former...
Of course. I was there, and you know, I sent you some clips. When I was there for a greater period of the time when there was no ambassador, I was the acting head of mission, and you know, I held high the flag of Ghana. We did a lot for Mother Ghana.
Education side, I remember.
Thank you very much. Now, coming to the question that you asked, we have to educate our people. The University of, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology is there. Takwa School of Mines is there. We have Ghanaians who have trained in the oil sector when we were in Russia. Russia has done a lot of, good job for Africans. Not Africans alone, but others from, quote unquote, the third world.
Fantastic.
So we have the expertise. Now you have the oil. Why do you think that we have to sign agreements with people? They come and, take everything and then they give us pittance.
They don't even refine the oil.
They don't refine the oil here. Why should it be so? I had the opportunity of going to Libya. Petrol is more cheaper than water.
Petrol?
Yes. In Gaddafi's, Libya. Look at what they did to him. So we have the expertise. We can harness on them. We don't have to go and sign just any agreement. Then we come and say we want what? Strategic investor. Who is that strategic investor? Who is that strategic investor? You get a point. Look at the what happened with this mining company that His Excellency, again, if I'm seated, I'll wake up for him. You know, he decided he's going to abrogate that contract.
Is it Daman?
Daman. You get a point. It's in the right direction. If there's nothing there, why do they still want to, renew? You know, they have taken Africa for granted, and we have allowed it. And that is why, again, comes in this issue of the national anthem. The national anthem says, make our nation great and strong, bold to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. We are not free because we've allowed our resources to go. Do you think if we are able to create an enabling environment in Ghana, our youth will be traveling? No, they will not be traveling. You see, so if you look at the national anthem alone, it tells you that we have a lot. Unim, Minia, Yemanyami Bredodo.
Ghana.
Yes. But Aswandin,
listen.
Yes, we don't listen. If you listen to and make us cherish and fearless and honesty, help us to resist oppressors' rule. What is wise? Let me put it that way and bluntly. They are oppressors. Anything that we do, they want to hold us back. Look at what is happening with our neighbors. A young guy. And Burkina, I'm talking about,
10 things around.
Yeah, he's 10 things around. Yeah. So if Burkina, within a short period of time, can 10 things around, why not Ghana? We have all the resources, and then we give it out just like that.
We are under democratic dispensation. So,
you know, when I'm currently doing a research work on Ghana, which way?
Democracy.
Because we have to ask ourselves, the Western style of democracy, is it helping us? Obi say, it doesn't help us. We need bold leaders. With the situation, you see, it benefits the whites. Look at France, okay? Look at certain countries, the Francophone countries in Africa. People have stayed over 4 years, 40 years in power, one family. And they don't say anything about them. Unconstitutional change, one person, one family. They don't talk about it. When there is a coup over there, look at ECOWAS. It's a big disgrace. I'm from the foreign, I just left the foreign ministry, but ECOWAS has not helped us. ECOWAS has not helped us. They were trying around the time to take money from France so that France will, in short, what do you call it?
Control.
Fund the war. So remove Tuareg. Is it fair? Are we thinking of as Africans? What is wrong with us as a people? This guy needs to be protected. Every African should protect him. There was this peace walk recently. Was it last Saturday?
In Ghana,
yeah, in support of Ibrahim Traoré.
Okay.
You know, oil, we have it. Why can't we refine it here? Why can't we build? That is what the Gaddafi did.
Measures have been put in place to make sure that we refine more of our oil here.
Yes.
And Kano Combat is doing a fantastic job.
And that is in the right direction. We expect them. But what I want to say here is that if there's any challenge, they should look up to me. I'm ever ready to take them to South Korea. They will provide us with the best. The foreign ministry you see over there. At a point in time when I was there, look, you know, Koreans suffered. South Koreans suffered.
Yeah.
When the 22 para line came, they were left with nothing. So they asked themselves, what do we do? They decided that, look, with the given situation we find ourselves, let's give education premium, priority. So there was massive. They have a system they call Smwa Undun, that is self-help. That is what they started with, and that is what has made Korean what it is today. So they know what suffering is. I was able to get incubators. I just read it in the papers around the time when I was there, that there is a need for incubators and those sort of things. So we just put papers together. We went to the relevant, authorities. We had 4 4 incubators. You know, these incubators for children are quite expensive. Now, when this thing arrived at Kotoka here, there were some Ghanaians who had wanted to, make Wagadri with those things. Because of that, it came down. Wow. Yes, to make sure, we got, the records are in the foreign ministry and in the Ministry of Education. We got almost 2,000 pianos. Yes.
I even benefited.
Thank you very much.
For my community.
Yes. Yeah. Piano no
I champion one.
Me channel for the community in which we live. You see, so, and here again, I want to plead with our foreign staff, the staff of the foreign ministry. Once out there, know that you are there to serve Ghana. You are there to help Ghanaians. Go out there. Don't sit in your offices. There should be a paradigm shift. And in fact, ambassadors and high commissioners going, they should be taxed. Now look, this country, these are what is there. There should be a benchmark. What are you bringing home? What have you brought home? It's not just a matter of, going to sit there and then champagning. If you are not performing, they should bring you down and get somebody who can work. And the staff too in the ministry,
what happened in the USA recently?
It's unfortunate. But in fact, when the whole thing happened, somebody called me and asked, how can that be? The only thing I said was that,
how can we do such things to ourselves?
Yes, let me tell you what happened. The portal in every ministry, we have the portal, and the head of mission. You are supposed to show interest in whatever information goes out there. So, do you want to tell me that officers, the head of mission, they didn't see why should an individual put his personal information over there? So it is an internal job. Mm-hmm. There is a course I attended, United States course on insider risk factors. Insider did this, and it's from the top. So I told the fellow that this one, unfortunately, some of our officers in the mission were involved because it can never. The guy is being paid from public, coffers, and look at how much he's been. I mean, it's Look, let me tell you. When I was in Australia, when I got there, a similar thing was happening
over there.
Oh yes, but what was happening? Yes, the consular fees that is being charged. They not in the mission. That one no, but in Sydney, the consulate.
Okay.
Yeah. So I sent an officer to go and audit, 2 officers, but one couldn't go at the last moment. Yes. So we had a fight, but I just want the officer, the honorary consul, to know that we are working on him. And so when the officer came and everything said and done, yes, he's been charging extra.
Wow.
But meanwhile, you know that the job that is assigned you is non-remunerational. You don't take any money.
Any money outside.
Yes, and So in his attempt, he was telling me that, Sydney is an expensive town and I have to pay for this, I have to pay. So I asked him, before you took that offer, that appointment, didn't you read the instructions? The position of honorary consul, what you are supposed to do, that is non-remunerational. So why all this? Some huge amount of money. He was asked to pay. You see, so foreign service officers, and this thing were in the books before I got in there. So you ask yourself, the previous officers who were there, what were they doing? The service to the nation. I quite remember I was in again South Korea when an officer, Dr. Uba Wama Bredodo. Yes, I was out there everywhere scouting for investors to Ghana. working. And so you're the officer, the one in charge of economics, the one in charge of this, and let's say when there is a consular issue. Yes, we have the consular officer. I had a very good consular officer. I don't know whether I have to mention his name, but for one reason or the other, I won't mention his name. Okay. When there is a problem, we go together. I don't count myself as I'm higher. You, the consular officer, you please go and solve that problem. No,
you go together.
Because when there is a problem in any mission, it starts from the consular section. They mostly deal with Ghanaians. So if you are not careful as a head of mission, and you sit in your cozy chair, and you don't come down to monitor the situations, yes, there will be a problem.
Wow.
Yeah, so it behoves on the newly appointed heads of mission and ambassadors, head of mission, ambassadors and high commissioners, to pay attention to the consular side. Yeah. Because most of the time, they go out there and they relate more with the Ghanaian community.
Very well. Excellency Dr. Ago, Messan about CBM, by our next area, you share the 24-hour economy. Now, to me, and so at the home, so to you. You fast like I said, for and about 4 and a Tuesday, the 8th of July, 2025. Now, I am fast at my power specialist about hospital. Now, Roma can watch actually, and you did media Ebremo. Hepatitis A, B, C, D, E, netete, fatty liver, sciatica, prostate, and memano, broken bones, no penny baby. And abu attachment a ulcer components minimum and as a fibroid minuaba for nature power specialist about hospital no mobile ye papa kuma say more a year free yase leg bosom train a year continence putu jaguano so from a money jazbo filling station in the dim anymore and crown so more kwabenya pokwasi CP quantempono so takra de wanaje estate ben anaje MA primary school no fair now ne power specialist about hospital for chonkomo on 0244 544 422 0244 544 422 Adom Survey and General Construction for NFA Eba Air Land Surveying, Engineering Surveying, Architectural Designs, General Construction Ope Asase Papa Ato Dodoa Udumase Ebeng Air Christian High International School and now say Adenta areas in Ibia. No say we do Adom Survey and General Construction. Almost as you do one a 50,000 Ghana cedis, pay and cry 500 million and canisicano. Sounds soon up with the 6 months in the 3 years. Or more than 5,000 Ghana back home must spread the amount. No to within 6 months. Now what you have 55,000. Name woman I check a crowd within 1 year. Or maybe 60,000 instead of 50,000 or maybe 60,000. Now spread the amount within a year, 1 year. Fair Adom Survey and General Construction for now no more to come on 055 439 7831. 055 439 7831 and now 020 378 8842 020 378 8842. WhatsApp line between no more Edin Kita home 055 439 7831 055 439 7831 Ofra Adom Survey and General Construction or say General Construction making your dreams come to reality. Victory garlic mesa from Dr. Mwakwaso obi amoja ntimi ni onipadua ma fruit sand make blood circulation when your victory garlic me na aboba eboa ye papa pasa eboa boost the immune system no nipadua ni gina na so bra na wonante kakra be na wabre na wote so when your victory garlic mesa ni bi na onoma ebebo ye papa wo bi awo osadia mesre say didi yi pa ansa no anum victory garlic mesa no openfo nom na obi so ma abofra no fusu so no enya de se obetimi anum wanya 12 years ekwa obetimi anum victory garlic mesa ni bi hwe wo mo kira kwan ewo eye pharmacy shop bia bi wura no obenya ebenunum peni bia den ato na okansi drug lane and a Kens walk when you now pedudu to obenya fe Dr. Mwakon 0201 293280 0201 293280 or 0242 545633 0242 545633 ofra ye beje so na bibia so etimi akonkan e de amount agbasi segbefia wose wotene fidie ho apia stadium etene die ho ma Joanna CPC Kumasi wona oba Audrey omoso eto wodie ho Adelaide eni ninua aye Irene eni Ishmael moso motemodie ho nyame ya adoma on the 26 na musie momame eni mo papa July a ewo aye mpoho ewo aye Western region ti mamu nyina shedding abusuani nyina mon shedding live kit capsules eyedra Medimosis clinic and herbal center mo na akofaba eboa ema digestion timi take place kama hanse eye metabolism and a sign eboa support to liver function no ema bibia so timi konkan nti ko bebi na bobo se de bia betumi aboa obi wo ho a janabia no kura no kwa wo bre na so wunya eye live kit capsules ni bi na bobo a bi o yem no ma bibia timi to kama herbal shop pharmacy shop be ya be remo no wo benya bi ato 0244-068447 0244-068447 Wofra Live Kit Capsule for from Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center Omo Ebejoso S natural mineral water Ghana for nyina agiatum ura Melcom shop bia ma nationwide ubenya S natural mineral water ni bi ato oba usu 37 Abirisi Street S was broadcasting oba dudu bia pebia ni Mr Robert ebema wonsa aka nsu ni bibre aba mometonko 0596273546 0596273546 ofra Clifford mo anything no ebeje so ama dudu bia opebia no onsa ebetumi akam Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center omodedi medical capsules dia bedwa so eboa emboa emanipaduano timi gina ne naso brand supporto eye immune system no emabibia timi konkan esamboa eye blood circulation ye papa intikobe medical capsules bi ne bobo ebetumi aboa obi a eja prostate etete o menua bema sexual weakness ya for ni ekire eye Medimosis aso onu ho de beboa eye male and female fertility, hypertension, diabetes, sciatica, typhoid fever, malaria, stroke, any dental problems in Ninano, the Kodam Medimosis ya Obebo. A dental barrier no or any PlayStation edition anymore. Our AESL building inside the Ghana Highway Authority Yard or Accra Ministries. A Joko Joining School for the Deaf edition anymore. Kumasi Ainama Kokoben yo ho for Medimosis on 0244 068447 0244 068447 Ofra Yabejoso. Hebron Hills International School Samen Kanchel say admission guswa ekoso ubani wenya 3 months ekwesi 5 years yede nebe fa eye Montessori titiyemu wenya eye mfi num so ekodia na chese eja lower primary ne upper primary no so no admission eguswa ekoso yakopon ya adoma the month of September new academic year no ombe start JHS admission tutumi fa na fa ubani ko ho se de bia obenya ntetie pa nkwada no teacher fo no wo ho abotiri ye papa se wudru ha parents no be adru ha na nani age omunua ne omuden nyina purely organic enya de se kotowe bra bia no omunua ne omudie no parents na di ho adanse se omomba ne efidi omuye papa fuani ekire eye media of the Samom Road omoben eye media Presbyterian Church no Hebron Hills International School was excel and shine. You may go in that room and account when you touch that. You did media brewer and in your opinion, Cassia, His Excellency Dr. Joseph Nisai Ago. Ya ufi usu heya. Just a come baby. Why ye Juma, Korea, Russia, Liberia, Boba, won't you remember when we be a why state protocol. Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration was several under various administrations. No baby say Nanado person so now yes, no. So as a career diplomat. Yes, as a career diplomat. Fantastic. So you serve under his administration? Yes, I serve under his administration. How many years? The period that he was there, yeah. Until Sawo yes, until me retirement. Fantastic. Dr. Ago. We are champion. Very well. 24-hour economy. Kwasi Bruni Beka say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Upper Home Intuma, and the manner of making sure say, the name of Bekoye and Dr. Gusi Tano. Would you say, doable?
It is doable. You need vision, people with vision to lead the nation.
Thinking big.
Thinking big. Until Ubi Kacho say, it's not doable, Mr. Ka. it is really doable. It is possible. There are one or two issues. Maybe there will be one or two challenges initially. Maybe anything new that you want to do, definitely there will be some challenges. And what are some of the challenges? One, 24-hour economy. We have to get stable supply of energy, electricity. The electricity that we are getting today is quite expensive. It is not the making of this administration. I quite remember when I was in South Korea, a delegation from VRA came. They were there. At times I'm prompted to go back to history, you know, because that will give you the guideline. So at a meeting, the Koreans were asking, but why do you have VRA? Those days, you know, it was VRA that was controlling the Voter Review Authority. Why do you have GRIDCO? You have this, you have that. And in Korea, it is not so. Because every organization that you put in the chain of delivery, they also are there, you know. So at the end of the day, the end buyer, the end user will have to pay more.
Surface.
It's surface. So there is a need for a restructuring. 24-hour economy. Let's look at it we can look at it from so many, angles. And I believe that Honorable Gusitano, he's the perfect guy for the job. I wasn't surprised at all. He can do it and do it better. So it is possible. If a Ghanaian tells you that, like I heard, you know, of near 24-hour economy data. No. We are talking about a concept where when it's just like, let's take the medical field, for instance. You have patients in the hospital. The nurses, the doctors, they run 24-hour economy over there. Okay? And now it's been tailored in a way to enhance the whole process. So we, as Ghanaians, we have to give it a trial. It's happening everywhere. And like I'm saying, 24-hour economy, this government can actually succeed if and only if we have stable supply of electricity. Because in certain jurisdictions, definitely, when the lights are off, nothing can go on. So I know that His Excellency, the President and his team are working on this, getting stable supply of electricity. Look at our neighbors, our friends from Nigeria. Most of them, I quite remember when I lost my mom some years back. We had a Nigerian friend, the doctor. She came all the way from the UK with my sister. And when she got to the house, she said, "But where are your generators?" I said, "Well, we don't use generators." She said, "What? What do you mean? Where is the generator?" I said, "This is a national grid." So even Nigerians are envious of Ghana. We only have to improve. We don't have to, rest on our oars. We can do it. And again, getting the capsule. You know, in South Korea, I had the opportunity of being introduced to this atomic, energy sort of, it's a very small capsule. They were ready to assist Ghana. But what happened? Only God knows. I'm prepared to lead with your delegation that is there to South Korea.
And do you still have those links?
Oh, yes. The links are there. Look, my brother, let me digress a bit from this, this issue of 24-hour economy. There was this Korea Exim Bank, and then there was this agric machinery factory. They produce all machineries you can think of when it comes to agric. Okay? They wanted to sign an agreement with the Ghana government.
In tractors,
combined harvesters, anything you can think of about, everything. And they'll give you a grace period of 25 years before you start paying.
25 years?
I'm telling you. Just for Ghana Exim Bank and Korea Exim Bank to come together, they agree, and then that's Ghana will guarantee, the Korean Exim Bank will guarantee, and then, these items will be coming. Ask me, where have we reached? I brought investors here, Ministry of Agric.
Is it under the previous administration?
Yes, under the previous administration. you know, I don't want to mention the name of the minister for Agric, but what happened was the delegation came in, I walked them, and when the door was opened, if you look at the demeanor of the minister, it was like, who are you people? What do you want here? When meanwhile we sent every available information, you know,
to him, that sector.
Exactly. First, it goes to the foreign ministry, and then we copy the sector minister also. And it happens that I was on leave, so I decided to come with the delegation. I was ashamed of myself. Some of them have the machineries.
This thing will not happen, and
I don't think it will happen.
So we can do follow-up.
Yes, we can do a follow-up. Yes, we can do a follow-up. Now, back to the issue of the 24-hour economy.
So we are willing to support the system, but
more than willing to support the system.
I want to penetrate it. But now there's a way.
Yeah, my brother.
There's a way.
You know, the efforts that we made, and then, look, if you ask officials of the foreign ministry, and then if you ask the Ministry of, Works and Housing, and then Ministry of Fisheries, Korea around the time was giving Ghana 4 40-footer container, the size of it, 4 of them, free of charge. Our only issue was to clear those items from the port. That is the job of the Ghanaians. When the items arrive in the port of Tema here, you know what the ministry said? That, we should talk to the Koreans to come and clear the items from the port. You can ask the Ministry of Aquaculture. They will tell you. The records are there. This service to this nation of Ghana.
And that Kufuor's administration?
This one, yes.
UNPP.
The records are there. The reports that came and, are there. I personally, even at a point in time, you see, let me, at a point in time, I followed up. Went to the Ministry of Fisheries. You go here, the minister is not around. You've been told here. I said, what the hell? What is happening? Meanwhile, agreements have been signed. It was agreed upon that this is when they come, it is the duty of the Ghana government to clear the items from the port.
This is bilateral.
Now you ask them to go and clear it and come and give it to you. So the Korean embassy, when I called, they were telling me that, look, there was an agreement.
People are not serious.
Yes. You get a point.
So what happened at the end?
You know what? It's not everything you say on air. Maybe 101 I'll tell you. I got an official from the fisheries department that is what they do. So the thing will go into demurrage and then declare it and then take it at like
what they did at this ECG containers.
Of course, they will let the chain stay there, and then demurrage will come in. Auctioneers will come in. They know who will be buying. Yes.
They have the buyers.
Of course. Some ministers were actually interested in it. So they make sure the thing stays there. I challenge anybody to come and tell me what I'm saying is wrong.
You know what you're talking about.
I know what I'm talking about. Because I worked for it over there. In fact, on that very score, it was worked upon by, may her soul rest in peace. Because when we were digging through the files, we saw Shirley Ayete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was her time, during her time, that this thing was worked on. But the fruition of it and the mess up and those sort of things. Right now, I can give you a name. You ask Ministry of Education, the pianos and other items that came over there.
The pianos were under Napo's era, right?
Napo's era.
He was the education minister at that time.
Let me tell you what happened. I'm not watching dirty linen in public, but these are facts. If you ask Napo will tell you. Okay?
No.
You see, we are doing great disservice to ourselves as a nation.
We are not helping the country. The
You know what
citizens
happened?
are suffering.
You know what happened? I wrote series of letters to the relevant places, copied the Ministry of Education, alerting that this and this and that. And there was pressure from me, from the Koreans. So at a point in time, I had to get a full document. And then with those documents, I forwarded it by way of DHL, addressed to my wife that she should take this document, she should go to the Ministry of Education and hand it over directly to Napo. Napo was in South Korea, so I drew his attention. He says, when the item came, I was asking myself, bizarre, why should a private person bring such a thing? So I told him that, look, I have written several to the ministry and to your, no response. So therefore, I have to use DHL. And the instruction was she should go directly to the minister and hand it over. That is how come those pianos and everything, It is like people you've employed to work don't work. They are only interested in maybe going on postings. They are only interested in, it is break time, I have to go on break. There is a need for centralization in the various sectors. People are not helping. Some Ghanaians are not helping. Party politics is not helping us as a nation. You get the point.
So what is the way forward?
Like I told you, I'm working on a publication, Ghana, Which Way Forward, trying to address the issue of, which way. If somebody is having, somebody is telling you democracy, let's sit down and ask ourselves, why is it democracy? The Western model of democracy, is that what will help us? I believe no. We have to tune it in to our circumstances. You get a point. There should be a way, because the saboteurs in the system are just too much. Just too much, my brother. It's very frustrating. You can call Napo and ask him if maybe he's listening. He will confirm. There are officials in the ministry. They are still there in Ministry of Education. Yes, I go there. Come on, let's work. And so many things that came our way. So we have, as a nation, we have to look to the east. The West have done their best. They have done their best with their corrupt activities. It's about time maybe we look elsewhere. That is what will help us.
Suspended Chief Justice Tokunu sues Ghana at ECOWAS court over alleged human rights violations. What's your take on that?
What alleged human rights violations? What are the violations? The Constitution of Ghana is there. It's explicitly clear. Prima facie case has been established.
Exactly.
Yes. So what is your problem? I should think, with all due respect to her, she did a great disservice to herself. You were appointed over qualified people in the Supreme Court. You don't sing the tune of the one who appointed you, knowing that his term is almost coming to an end. She deserves what she's going through.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I am sure. And Jane Mensah, Electoral Commission, the commissioner. No, I mean, look at, how do you declare results several times? What nation are we building? I mean, what sort of nation are we building?
So they use it to the chairperson 2 months.
Look, we need to reset. We need to reset a lot of things in the country. If you tell me, I'll tell you my peace of mind that if it's not good, it's not good. You see,
and if it must be done,
it must be done well. Like, I'm coming into this room, and then there is a mat. If I don't clear that mat, I can't enter the room to sleep.
Exactly.
I have to clear it. We have to change a lot of things. The Chief Justice, she's rather exposing herself. She is saying the law is the law, and the law has spoken. The law is still speaking. So what is her beef? Anyway, I don't believe in ECOWAS, so
you don't believe in
I
ECOWAS?
don't believe in ECOWAS. It's a waste pipe, you know. Well, I was there to sign the ECOWAS gas pipeline treaty some years back, but you know, I mean, look at what is happening among our Francophone countries. Has ECOWAS, you know, said anything? No. Ouattara, our next door neighbor. Oh, okay.
Togo.
Constitutional coup. Togo. You sit there, and the ECOWAS says nothing. But when a military man comes in, then hey, there is a need for, you know, they should hand over. Hand over to whom? Look at the strikes. 35 years old. Look at what he's doing in Burkina. It's a shame to some of us, you know, that it is like you are small. Why should you do a coup? So now we wanted to use France, or France wanted to use ECOWAS. No, it's not the best of you know, it cannot work, and it shouldn't work.
Very well. Now, by election, Abba, Manra, Yako Akwatia in the Eastern Regional, and there's Kumi, Otwana Nanimo and Sedo, and there's another one, and the Aka say by election there, but UCC and Sanko 219 polling stations here. I mean, press conference MPP for year, and which I say, and that there's some mobile penny, Apnichina, almost as I said, court of fine injunction, and 19 polling stations. Doctor, dear now, what can
you know what goes round comes round. Yes, it's at war. We have to learn from it. Yes, so it's unfortunate they have to sound they sing to the what is good for the gender. Thank you very much. You know, hey, in your moment, time changes. So let us be very, very careful. Let us be very, very careful.
To GDS John Mahama 3.5 years here, Akawan in Muno. Obetimi de Ghana, Ako CA.
Of course, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has the capacity and will to do that, and he will do it. Obetimi. Look, just 6 months, you could feel it. I was just telling you about the cost of petrol and other,
ministers doing all this.
Yes, just within 6 months. It means his appointees are also working. Let us not focus only on His Excellency the President. He gives the instructions, the Chief of Staff, the Vice President, the Chief of Staff, everybody make sure that, you have to, there are others which, those appointees, they shouldn't. There are standbys. So anybody who misbehaves will have to go home. You have to fire. If you cannot fire, you will not get good employees to work with.
But before today say without ye levy now ye levy is no more, betting tax no more, emission levy no more. But we are still surviving.
Capacity. Right thinking capacity is at work. You get a point.
Ambitious leader.
Yes. People sat, in the background, that what do we do? The cedi is going low against the foreign currencies. How do we arrest the cedi? Do we need a policy decision? No, you have to think and think fast. And that is what has happened. It is the monies that will have gone into the wrong hands, the foreign exchange that will have gone into the wrong hands. It's now with the Ghana government. And that is what has forced the cedi. Whether the cedi likes it or not, the cedi will have to come down. And that is what is happening. So it's ideas. Ideas. And nothing else but ideas, good ideas. His Excellency the President can do it, and he's done it. He's done it before, and I believe that he can do it again.
Policies are there to
Oh yes. Oh yes. You see, it is not only the policies. You can put the policies down, but if you don't have the right caliber of people to implement the policies, you will fail.
It won't work.
It won't work. But right now, as we speak now, The appointees are all doing marvelously well. Marvelously well. They don't have to, look at the other side.
Investor confidence, anything?
Investor confidence is high. Investor confidence is high. People, you see, when you have a strong currency, investors are able to think well that, okay, if I have X amount, you see, the investors who are coming in, they come in with their dollars, their pounds, and everything. At the end of the day, if they want to change and the rate is high, they carry so much cedis on them to go and take the for whatever. But when you have a stable currency running, why wouldn't the economy grow? Why wouldn't the economy stabilize? The economy definitely will stabilize. And that is what we are saying. Within 6 months, unprecedented in the annals of the history of Ghana. The president is doing well.
As a country, we import more. Bibia import. We just say it is time say your concentration in beko agric sector. Now yet to me produce more than we exporting from other countries. His Excellency.
Yes, thank you very much. No country in this world has succeeded without agric. Okay? So there is the need to use technology to advance agriculture. I listened to the former minister who was saying that irrigation, this he said, and I heard it, so I'm going to quote, that irrigation is expensive and so he is not for. Okay? You cannot grow the economy. Ghana is an agrarian society, okay?
Yeah.
So you need irrigation. Do you know, as we sit here, that we import carrots from Egypt?
In Morocco?
Yes, in Morocco, in town. Why should it be so? So agriculture holds sway when it comes to, if we cannot feed ourselves, you cannot feed yourself. The last time, well, I don't want to, irrigation is a must. Irrigation is a must so that it will be all year round.
I know you like farming.
Of course. And why not? You see, you can just imagine you go and get your fresh contumely
and mushroom.
From your garden. What are you talking about? And your plantain. I have plantain,
the snails from
and then you have your snails and
and the fish from
the fish from so you don't go out there buying everything.
Dr. Ago.
Honorable Minister for Agric, you have work to do. Yes, and he's actually doing well, Yes.
And John Dumelo.
Yes, and John Dumelo. Yeah. And processing, we have to aim at processing some of this, agric produce so that it doesn't go waste.
Yeah, the pressure.
Maybe a board, so that when there's bumper harvest, let's say for instance a yam, the price comes down, and then farmers are suffering. Tomatoes. Do you know that I understand that Burkina are planning not to bring tomatoes here?
Yeah.
What happens to us?
We are finished.
A Saharan country. Do you know they grow what do you call it? Strawberry.
In Burkina.
In Burkina, yes. Years back. Israeli technology. Potatoes and others. What is happening to us as a people? And everybody wants to shun the agric sector.
And we have the land.
Fertile land for that. Yeah. Look. When you look on the road coming, those trucks carrying, maize. When the maize falls, you see the maize. Once there is soil over there, it sprouts.
Yeah.
This tells
the land is fertile.
Yes. So we shouldn't. There is a need for irrigation, processing, and farmers should be helped. You see, farmers should be helped. You go. I flew to Tamale the other day, and when you look at the vast land
from
Kintampol, oh Jesus Christ!
Bupe.
Yes. Then I asked myself, where are the combined harvesters that the Koreans decided to assist it with? 25 years, grace period. It
is not too late.
We have to produce what we will eat. Export some. Why should I went to a friend's house. The friend is rearing cows, sheep, and goats, fowls, everything. I don't want to mention his name. Okay? Think ahead. We can do it. In a small backyard. Let's go back to the operation Feed Yourself. Is it
Achampon's era? Yeah.
And feed ourselves. Let's do it. We need state support. And I know that the Minister for Agric is up and doing, and he will,
Fantastic.
Patriotism is an issue, is a question here. If we are not patriotic,
Yeah, Chennai, the common live on TV SYZ and also on Power 97.9 FM. It's also like say, yeah, share. Say, I'm focus the corruption in the system not too much. We had the previous administration. If you look at the National Service Secretariat, they of course with the ghost names, we share Sekpalugu Dam, $12 million a cop. Oshe PDS Bawomia and Co. Sika Amujiji and Sika over 8 months electricity Montua Ama Saska Pudu over $190 million. I was say a Ghana Yenyano Ninano American foreign decided say and ya they say Omobetu Asu ABM. Oshe corruption related issues under the previous administration. Yet you been there. You say, oh, Omakoye demonstration in releasing Nipano. Recently was known to me. 3 days ago was the buffer stock, a year CEO. Do one kase mama pawenye ejumebia obeye mum. So when to me I'm prosecuted a year the previous administration go for a ball my way from for the past 8 years now Ghana for and fine channel. What is your take on that?
My take on this is one, we have to reform the judiciary. Okay? We don't have a good reset. Yes, reset the judiciary. We have a lot of corrupt, some, not all, corrupt officials in the judicial service. We have to change the constitution. The president should not appoint the chief of the chief justice.
Should be appointed by them.
So it can be streamlined in such a way. You see, if you don't streamline the previous administration packed a lot of people over there. So that they will be there for the next. Yes, they pack the court. It's wrong. There should be an independent body to sort of see to it that we get the senior most at least. Seniors were there. You bring in a junior, and then now look at the shame that she's brought to herself. Now corruption. You see. Corruption is at all levels. It's not only at the governmental level. Even in the classrooms, the teachers, those days, they still paint.
Even in our churches.
Yes, in the churches. When it is time for what do you call it? Offertory, where you are seated, and if you are going to, you have to take your bag if you are a woman, because if you leave it before you come,
even your phone,
your phone is gone. And that sort of thing. In church, yes, where we worship. I don't know in the Muslim, but in the Muslim way, you cannot get some of these things. I don't know whether they've also started doing it. Corruption is endemic. We have to tackle corruption, and we have to make sure that all those who have, chopped state money illegally and proven should be, brought to book. And then also, the court system is so long. South Korea, a president was jailed because of the civil, disaster. Okay? People protested, and then that's it. So, as a country, we have to learn best practices, not from the West, but we have to look at elsewhere. Or if a whole president, and this indemnity that we give to presidents are, just too much. If you leave power, you should be able to account for your stewardship. His Excellency the President left office. He didn't travel anywhere. It was in Ghana here. If you level charges against him, he was prepared to, you know. Why should a finance minister run away? Conflict of interest situation, taking loans left and right. Now children yet unborn are going to pay for these loans. Is that not corruption? What are we talking about? We have to change to tackle corruption. We have to look at the judiciary. Yes, and their appointments. It's just too much. I mean, what is this? The law has found somebody wanting. You know, allow the system to work and don't bring in politics. So, corruption has to be, you know, tamed, and it should be tamed. And I know His Excellency the President can do that. Yes.
Is he ready to fight corruption?
Yeah, from all indications, yes. But again, like I said, the court processes are just too long for our liking, for my liking, for instance. You get a point. The British system is not helping us, and our traditional system is also not helping us. Oh, neba ofi. Somebody has got, look, recently they were saying that Utumfo should intercede in the case of not Untumi, but in the case of the Chief Justice. I mean, why? Why do you want to corrupt the Asantehene?
You should allow him.
Allow the state institutions to work.
He's doing his side.
You get a point.
I understand.
Yeah, so corruption should be tackled. And it should be tackled head on. If we don't do that, then I don't know what country we are planning to build for ourselves and for generations yet to come. Corruption should be tackled head on.
Senator, who Ghana's future?
The future of Ghana is bright. With the new administration, you know, yes, I see we can make it. We can do it.
Can get there.
We can get there. We can get there. Within 6 months, my brother, the dollar has fallen. The cedi is stable. The cedi is strong. So if this should persist, let's say for the next 1 year, Jesus Christ. Now, I should think the import cover, understand, is 6 months now. Okay? Of import cover. Is it not good? From the previous 2 and 3, within 6 months. My brother, it's doable.
His Excellency Dr. Joseph Nisai Ago, your last words to our viewers and our listeners.
Thank you very much. Anyeme. No nyuma Kenya no jake. Nibi efite ya mami. She were here no kamo. Aka nibi ba chake hawo. The only thing wo pagbe nye fenye digi. Ko na ni mokumfe no ku ne hi wo mokutwe no. Ka ke iko heku. Enuanu madofo. Me ka kire mo. Ebe yi o. Echia na emuye. Monsum. Ebe yi. There is hope for Mother Ghana under His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama.
And I met you, then I got you.
Midofo, Midas is all coming by.
Okay. But that's it for your time.
Thank you very much.
We'll meet another time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks so much for having you on my show this afternoon.
Right.
His Excellency Dr. Joseph Nisai Ago, immediate past High Commissioner of Ghana to the Commonwealth of Australia. And I'm going to say, Mugabe Maase ni midin, mmirenu siaka sebo ena eba. So bad ene domi ene tinkwema nyami aduma. Ichina ebesan edi inshia. Mr. and Mrs. Andam inchakese enkomamu. And to my lovely wife Obapa Kokwa, greetings to you, Godson, Princess Adepa, and Julius. Michache munyina. Nami asumjuen kan obibia na onye obi akoma so ade emano. Ebesi anyame aduma ochina at 3 p.m. Na munyina moniti.